Roxanne, were you going to tell me by any chance that it was so foggy on the way in that you barely could see? Is that true?
You know what? As soon as I pulled out of my neighborhood, I was going to call you and say I might be late today because I want to take extra care driving in the fog.
Yeah.
It was weird, though, because it was like above my
You
car.
can't hear the sound effect I'm playing, can you?
No.
Are you not going to use headphones today?
No. I'm just going to not use headphones.
Yeah, so I thought I heard last night that it was going to be foggy this morning, and then, again, where I am in South Tampa, then getting on the bridge, I didn't see anything. I didn't have anything. So out in West Chase, did you have the fog? How about you, Fester, in beautiful Lutz?
Maybe some minimal fog, not enough to even notice it. Now that you mention it might have been a little foggy, but it wasn't going to make me late for work.
All right. Hey, you know what? That tire flip story became a huge story everywhere yesterday. Hey, by the way, welcome, folks. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. MJ with Roxanne and Froggy and Fester moseying on in. Man, we did this during the show yesterday, and I hadn't really seen it everywhere at that point. And then once the day went on, that story just got some traction, no pun intended. And that story was everywhere. If you missed it, it was, it looked like it were customized wheels. It didn't look like those were the stock wheels.
No.
And tires on that white Chevy pickup truck, I think it was, out in California. And you had a pickup truck in the center lane. I mean, this is just an example of a road hazard and what the hell can happen and how your day can change in a fraction of a second with something so bizarre that you wouldn't come up with this possibility in a million years. So you got the white pickup truck, like in the center lane. You had a Kia Soul in the left lane, and this was on a freeway in Los Angeles. So this was what, the Ronald Reagan Freeway out in California, right? And this is just so incredible. The modified wheel on the pickup truck comes off. It just literally, it flies off the front of the truck. I don't know whether the lug nuts were loose, whatever the story is. So the front driver's tire, the whole wheel comes off and rolls off at highway speed, drifts into the left lane right in front of this Kia Soul, and the tire acts like a ramp, and the Kia Soul drives up on this moving tire. The tire is now moving at what? At highway speed, 60, 65 miles an hour, whatever it is, and the front of the Kia drives up on the tire, which is rolling, and flings the Kia Soul into the air. We estimated 10 to 12 feet. It is the most bizarre thing you have ever seen. It is ridiculous. The Kia Soul, it looks like a stunt. It looks like there was some kind of an explosive, stunt airbag that flung. You've seen how they do that. You've seen how they flip cars. They have these pneumatic airbags that completely go, and they can flip cars in movies and for stunts.
It looks like a movie scene.
It does. And then the car comes down on its hood, almost on the roof of the hood, and then flips and then finally ends up back on its wheels. But the whole car, did you see how many parts flew off that Kia?
I mean, it's all plastic. I mean, it's a heavy impact like that.
It's not all plastic. The car's metal. But
the car is, but everything else is.
There's a lot of, bumpers, and there's a lot of, but it's amazing how much crap flies off this vehicle. And the driver had only minor injuries.
Thank God.
I mean, amazing. This Kia, this Soul did very well in, I don't think they crash tested this when they were doing the safety tests on this vehicle, or the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, where they do those offset crash tests into those barricades or those walls. I don't think they did this particular test.
I remember my favorite episodes of 2020 were when they were at the car crash place, and they had different models doing the offset crashes, and then into the wall, but they didn't do over the tire.
Yeah, it happened last Thursday. It was on the Ronald Reagan Freeway. See, we didn't have all the information because I had picked it up from a Twitter video that was posted, and it lacked the information. Later on after the show, or actually it was after we did the story, Andrew, I think, had some more details, and he mentioned that it was on the Ronald Reagan Freeway. But the pickup truck then had to pull over to the right shoulder because it's missing its whole front left wheel. The whole tire, the whole wheel is gone. And it was picked up by Anoop Katra's Tesla dash cam. And the pickup truck, it looked white, but I guess it's a silver pickup. And then we have this dark colored Kia. Unfreaking believable. If you haven't seen the video, it is on our website at mjmorningshow.com, and it is under videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show.
After watching this video yesterday, now every time I pass a car, I go as fast as I can past it. Oh, thank God they're tired. Thank God they're tired.
Every car?
Every car.
Every single car,
you just don't know when it's going to happen.
You're whipping yourself into a frenzy that every tire is going to fly off every car you pass.
You never know.
Driving
it happens.
I better jam on the gas. I got to get past this car in case the wheel flies off.
Driving may not be for you, Roxanne.
Yeah, the LAPD said that the people involved did not suffer any major injuries, only minor. Crazy. And apparently the wheel came off because of sheared off lug nuts, according to an update on the story.
Got to keep those boys tight.
That's like Fester's
What?
big mistake at Sam's Club.
Yeah, that was.
Well, nothing like this happened.
That's Fester's whole life, sheared off lug nuts.
Story. That's the name of my biography.
That's the name of a good band, sheared off lug nuts.
Punk band, yeah.
The person in the Kia is very lucky, though, because Kia is having their nationwide Spring Has Sprung sale where the cash is on the dash.
Yeah, well,
He's sprung.
And they want to see you in the Kia.
This car has been sprung, I'll tell you that. 6:07, and again, the video is up. The video is up on our website, mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. And just find videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. Videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, and then the videos right there. Just click on the link, and you can see this insane thing. Just getting rolling here on a Tuesday. Andrew, the Howard Franklin Bridge closes tonight for what?
They're going to be working on overhead signs on the southbound side.
Okay, and so what time is the Howard Franklin going to
The
close?
overhead sign, I had read 11 o'clock previously. The overhead sign said midnight. They expect to have it reopened around 5 a.m.
All right. Well, I'll keep an eye on that tomorrow morning just in case they go late or something breaks or if a wheel flies off a construction vehicle or something to that effect. All right, just getting started here. You got the MJ Morning Show. We're back in minutes on Q105. Pat's got traffic. Let's see if any cars flung wheels off in front of others this morning.
All right, here we go.
on Q105, MJ and the crew here at 619. And just a terrible, terrible story that broke yesterday out of Nashville, Tennessee. And it's the shooting at this very small Christian school. I guess a Presbyterian school, like 200 students. It's really a church with a school and a couple of hundred kids. And it was only a school that served kids up to 6th grade. So it was like preschool and kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then through 6th grade. And we had this shooting yesterday, a little after 10 o'clock Central Time, so a little after 11 o'clock our time. And when they identified the shooter as a female, I said, wait a minute, females don't do mass shootings. It's just something, it just doesn't occur. You look at the statistics, and it's a very, very small percentage. You look at school shootings, I couldn't tell you of a female that did a mass shooting at a school. I mean, just crazy. And then, of course, the news started to break, just a total horror that you had 3 kids deceased. You had 3 adults deceased, apparently including the headmaster of the school. So the head of school was one of the victims, a custodian, and then a substitute teacher. And then 3 9-year-olds, like 2 9-year-olds and a kid just apparently days away from being 9, late 8, almost 9. So, I mean, just a terrible story. And have we nailed down on the whole transgender thing? Have we nailed down whether this Audrey Hale, whether they were born male or female? There seems to be some confusion out there. I see that police identified the shooter as Audrey Elizabeth Hale, 28, of Nashville. And then I've got another item here that says police have identified the suspected shooter by their name at birth. Hale reportedly was a transgender man who used he and him pronouns, though law enforcement officials initially described the suspect as a woman. In the aftermath of the shooting, police did not provide another name. Now,
but I just found something that says Hale was born female,
right,
and is believed to have been living as a man called Aiden.
Aiden. Now, on one of the guns, the name Aiden was written on one of the guns. So Nashville police, they released the images of these 2 rifles and a handgun. And on one of the rifles, in those like paint markers, it looked like white or silver, and the name Aiden was written on one of the stocks on one of the rifles. And there was just some confusion yesterday because one of the reporters at the second press conference from Nashville television had asked, was the suspect transgender? Because that must have been floating all around. That must have been flying, through the rumor mill. And, the TV stations, they're getting tips. They're getting all kinds of information. So already it was floating around that it was a transgender shooter. And the police chief, Chief Drake in Nashville, at the second presser, confirmed, yes, the suspect was transgender. But what was not clear was which way. And it seems most of the reporting now is suggesting that the shooter was born female, but then started to identify as a male. But, again, women don't do this typically. Women do not do mass shootings at schools. It's a crazy situation. So Audrey Elizabeth Hale, the birth name, living as Aiden, but even born female transitioning to male, you just wouldn't think that the female part of this individual would be involved in this type of incident. Now, also, I want to point something out that the Nashville police, they were there fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And they went right in. The Nashville police went right into that school. They went and ran to the gunfire. 5 officers, according to reports, went in and went right to that gunfire on the second floor. They ran to the gunfire, not away. Or, you look what happened in Texas at Uvalde, and the officers, they stood there. I mean, as the horror was unfolding, the officers, for an inordinate amount of time in Uvalde, they totally chickened out. They were total cowards, and they didn't go to neutralize the shooter immediately. After Columbine, which happened in, 99? Columbine changed everything. That you don't wait for the SWAT team to show up. The officers on the scene make entry. And you go to the shooter, you go to the shooting, and you try to neutralize the threat as quickly as possible. And the heroic Nashville police, they did that.
Yeah.
They ran right to the gunfire and neutralized. 5 cops went in, 2 apparently opened fire, and then dropped the suspect before they could do any more damage. Horrifically, 3 kids, 3 adults were lost yesterday. But the cops went in and did their job. You think of Uvalde, which was somewhat recent in Texas. Terrible story. You also think of, what's the other cowardly cop story that comes to mind?
Parkland.
Yes, 100%. So Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, which is Broward County, just to the west of Fort Lauderdale. That school resource officer, the SRO, I think the dude's name was Scott Peterson. That name.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Also, that was
Makes
the guy.
me think of the other guy.
Yeah, that was the other guy out in California with the whole wife and everything. So Scott Peterson was the school resource officer from the Broward County Sheriff's Office, and he did not go in. Gunfire inside. He tried to come up with some story. Oh, I didn't know where the gunfire was coming from. I thought it was outdoors. There is no way to confuse the muffled shots of a gun coming from inside the building to, oh, I thought it was outside somewhere. BS. Come on. That guy was afraid of his shadow, did not go in, and if he would have run in and confronted the shooter, much better chance, obviously, of neutralizing that shooter, and maybe the toll at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas in Parkland, maybe that could have been reduced if he would have run in instead of staying outside like a coward.
Yeah.
So kudos to the Nashville Police Department. They didn't think about their personal safety. They were worried about the kids and the people inside, and they ran right inside. And that's exactly what they should have done. But just a terrible, terrible story. Transgender, I mean, this puts a whole new twist on it. And, yesterday it just seemed that it seemed yesterday that it was a male that was transitioning to female.
I know why people think that is because
that's
all
the way
that's the way
the original details came out, and that's the way the story was leaning.
The original details came out transgender female, which that is someone who was assigned male at birth.
Yeah, was born male and then became a female. So the early reporting, it seemed that it was a male at birth that was transitioning or had become a transgender female, and that was a lot of the early reporting. But even then, even if the individual was born female but transitioning to male, you just don't think of a female brain carrying this out, even if you're making the male transition. And what was the motive? Why did this happen? And I guess there was a manifesto. They found all kinds of writings, some kind of beef potentially with the school. Oh, and a big part of this is that the individual went to the school.
Yeah, former student.
So the shooter, 28 years old. If it only goes up to 6th grade.
Yeah, she wasn't there recently.
No, that would be. So a 6th grader is what, 12 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah, 11, 12.
Yeah, 11, 12 years old, 6th grade. So 28, that means that the shooter was there 16 years ago?
Give or take.
Or again, I don't know the whole history of the school. I don't know if the school had higher grades at one point, whether they did go through high school at one point and then they pulled back and just became through early middle school. I don't know what the details are, but there was a connection to the school and the school was targeted. Oh, also, the report said that this Audrey Hale, that they were considering a different target, that had another target on the radar, a different facility, but decided against that because they deemed that the security was too tight. And at this particular school, there was no officer, no security. All the doors apparently were locked, but the shooter shot through an outside side door to get in.
Yeah, glass door.
Yeah, to bust out the glass and then make entry in that fashion. But, my heart breaks for the families, everybody involved. This is something that nobody should have to deal with. Did you see the one image, Fester, that you had of this shooter? Kind of looks a little bit like Millie Bobby Brown from...
Really?
Yeah, take a look at this. Take a look at that photo. I mean,
yeah, she does.
There's one photo of the shooter where it kind of looks like Millie Bobby Brown
Kind of creepy looking.
from Stranger Things in a particular photo that I'm looking at. Anyway, thoughts, prayers, just a terrible, terrible situation. And I'm sure there's going to be more clarity, more coming out at some point. All right, 6:30 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Let's lighten things up a bit. We'll do early morons in the news next. Also, I want to open up the remaining packages that are in-house for Merch Madness, which, we're about to run out of March here, so we probably should open up the packages, which I always thought that shouldn't the whole March Madness thing take place during the month of March entirely?
Well, the Madness does.
Well,
the Final Four in the March Madness.
But the Final Four is still part of the Madness. I don't think the Madness doesn't go away with the Final Four.
It's less mad. There's only four.
I don't
of
think it's mad. I
You
don't
can
think
keep
it's less
track of
mad.
them. You can
It's
name
still
all-
mad.
You can name all 4 teams.
No, still mad. No, it's still mad. Still mad. But then the Final Four and those games and the national championship, that goes into April.
It's turning into Angry April. We're just frustrated now.
It's March sadness for all the wives.
For all the what?
The wives,
Oh.
because their husbands are so into basketball.
Why are you?
I'm just Hal Herman. I'm just hanging out.
Froggy's trans over here. He's
Hi.
transitioning into Hal Herman.
That's right. I'll go back under the table. I just wanted to say hi.
His pronoun is idiot.
I've had some people complain that Froggy hasn't done any Hal Herman.
Hal Herman's coming back.
Yeah,
We
when?
got something planned this week.
Yeah.
On the 5th.
I've been in rehab.
Hal Herman's been a
Yeah.
So Froggy's little alter ego with his very affected vocally and
What do you mean affected and vocally? What?
and pukey.
I'm not puking. What the heck makes you say something like that?
So, with Froggy's little character, the Hal Herman deal. So you gotta.
I got something very special
You gotta-
coming up this week.
Is it a game
Ooh.
show of sorts?
It is
or-
a game show. We're bringing back a class.
We stopped talking.
Oh, sorry. Am I a little affected?
Your voice is a little affected.
Thank you, Hal.
No problem.
Let's do early morons of the news next. We're jammed up pretty good, and then we will do mystery merch. I got to figure out where to squeeze that in. I'm doing mystery merch in the next 2 segments, so I'm either going to do it in the next segment or we're going to do mystery merch in the right at 7 o'clock. So hang on. We'll open up the remaining packages that we have in house to see what merchandise listeners have sent us in mystery merch or Merch Madness or whatever the hell you want to call it. Let's talk about your... roll out the early morons of the news here on the MJ Morning Show. Rox, you were just saying something. Hey, I have this friend. Is that something you want to say on the air, or?
No, it's private talk between you and me.
Oh, so I mean, I was just getting ready to do morons of the news, and Roxanne tried to start like this in-depth conversation with like 2.5 seconds left in the commercial break. So I didn't know whether this was something you wanted to transition on to the show or not, but I guess it's something you do not want to transition onto the show.
It was money talk and finances and world economy talk.
Okay.
You want to say that?
In that case, it is time for the early morons in the news. Oh, Fester, did you have a name on the MRI lady? Do you have a name? You sent me a whole little, you sent me was that a chat that you had? Was that a text on your phone that you sent me? Fester?
Yeah, it was, she sent me a text.
Right.
And I did not have a name. I'll reply back to her. But yeah, she was bopping along to the MJ Morning Show while in an MRI, and she was laughing so hard.
All right, I got to dig up her name so we can talk about this later on, all right?
I will.
All right, 6:39, rolling up on 6:40. You got the MJ Morning Show. So, Roxanne, what you're saying, the story you were about to saddle me with about your friend, that was personal private talk and not for on air?
It was for Roxanne and MJ, a little financial private talk in the morning.
When does Roxanne realize that there's no private talk with MJ and you're not really friends
Hang on, I'm intrigued.
Oh, wait. You said we're not really friends?
with him?
Him and I?
No, you're not.
Hold on.
MJ.
Hold on. Elaborate.
Elaborate.
You don't know me.
MJ.
You don't know me.
MJ will use any opportunity
What?
in this relationship that we have to manifest something
To exploit?
for the radio show. I remember the first.
I'm an exploiter?
I remember the first time Allison met MJ. The first time Allison met MJ, we were boarding a plane to Las Vegas for the Radio Music Awards.
Oh, yeah. On ABC.
And the first time she met you was at the little waiting area at the airport. And I look over to her and I say, watch every word you say to him because he will use any of it on the radio.
Well, just because he's an opportunist doesn't mean he's not your friend.
No, that would be the definition of somebody who's not your friend.
I'm an opportunist?
With information for the show.
If you can
for
make
show
a,
content.
if you can make a wacky bit out of it, yeah.
I confess. I look for
You confess we're not friends?
No, confess I'm 100% right.
I look for anything and everything to use as show content.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, anything and everything, because when it comes to the end of the day, as they say, or what, at the end of the day, God, I hate when people say that. Why the hell am I saying it?
Well, at the end of the day.
I care about the content and delivering for our audience. All right, so Roxanne, come on, you drive me nuts here. What
Okay.
are we going to bring up off the air that you don't want to talk about on the air about a friend and finances and what?
I was just going to ask you what you. I mean, this is ridiculous. We're doing this.
Yep.
I was going to say, my friend who's a stockbroker says Wall Street's acting like the economy is about to completely bust, but his observations are that it's not really slowing down. So I was going to say, Todd, MJ, what do you think about that? What do you observe?
All right.
This is Mad Money with MJ here. Bye.
I think I'm gonna pass on that for show content. Okay.
I didn't say that it was.
The other side of it is...
Why you saddle me with non-show content?
Yeah, the other side of it is, hey, from 6 to 10, let's at least talk about things that we're going to possibly talk about on the air.
Exactly. How about we get into early morons in the news? How about,
sure.
Well, listen, there are a lot of layoffs going on. I saw Walmart's laying off a ton of people. You've got
Okay, see, this is what I'm curious about.
Disney. I think Disney's going to lay off a ton of people.
They laid off Goofy. Goofy is gone.
Yeah, Goofy's been downsized.
That's it.
Yep.
Really?
Pluto is like...
Right.
Because he doesn't speak.
And all those little ducks that Donald Duck is related to, gone.
If you can't
Those
name
are his
them, you're out.
nephews.
Axed. Thank you. Nephews, all the nephews fired.
What about
Yep.
Chip and Dale?
They're like trying to apply for a gig at Universal.
So sad.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there.
Just Chip is there now.
Which one? Chip and Dale?
Yeah.
Chip and Dale are stripping
Outsourcing
now.
Dale.
Yeah. Dale got a job at the White Castle in Orlando, which is great, by the way. I can't believe you haven't been.
I have not been to the new White Castle. Well, it's not new anymore. It's been, what,
It's about
year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah, it's been a while.
All right, let's do some early morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show. If you are pulled over doing 100 miles an hour in a 40, you got this? You got an image of this? You're pulled over, you're doing 100 miles per hour in a 40. You know what's not an excuse?
I had to go to the bathroom.
Sorry, that's just funny.
I mean, that's always good. I
Yeah.
always think about that when I'm speeding and have to go.
I used that. I used that years ago when they lowered like Church Street in Tampa to 25 miles an hour, and TPD was like popping me at 42.
Come on, that is
go,
the
sir.
I'm like, I was just running to the bathroom.
that is the oldest excuse in the book. Oh, officer, I really have to go to the bathroom. Come on. No, this is not an excuse. Going 140, I don't think this is going to buy you any sympathy. A dude over in Palm Bay, which is Palm Bay Martin County? I think Palm Bay is Martin County. So just the county just north of Palm Beach County. Yeah, look that up for me, would you please?
Palm Bay is a city in Brevard County.
Oh, in Brevard County. All right.
Yes, okay.
Oh, I'm thinking of Palm City. My bad. My mistake.
Palm Bay, Palm City.
Look up Palm City. Watch, I'll be wrong about that as well.
Palm City.
Look up Palm City, Florida.
According to the Google.
Palm City is an unincorporated area in Martin County.
Yep.
All right. So I just conflated Palm Bay and Palm City. My bad. I apologize. All right. But this happened over in Palm Bay, and the dude was going 140. Why? Try to get his girlfriend to a job interview at Taco Bell.
Well, that's kind of responsible.
It's a big opportunity. Dude.
Making a run for the border. Hey, Andrew, where's my Taco Bell little bong? I thought I had that little sound effect on the board here somewhere. Hang on, is this it?
Chunk!
No.
No, that's not it.
Should be.
Chunk! 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 Chunk!
So you feel after eating it.
They ought to have a new creation of Taco Bell called
Chunk!
What do you think?
I'd eat
The
it.
chonk wrap.
The chonk chalupa.
There you go. According to an affidavit, 22-year-old Javon Jackson was going 100 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone. Yeah, buddy! After he was pulled over, Jackson told the officers he was speeding in order to get his girlfriend to a job interview at Taco Bell. Thank you. There it is. Nice timing there, Andrew.
Yeah, very good.
Very nice. Yeah. Police say that 3 kids were in the car at the same time. So you're going 140. You got 3 kids in the back seat. You're trying to get your girlfriend to the Taco Bell because she's just itching to make some Grandita chalupa balupas.
The Grandita's not a chalupa.
Hold on. What was that, Andrew? Can you hit that again, please?
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I missed that, dog.
Yeah.
All right, so there's somebody on YouTube.
Jackson, by the way, was arrested for reckless driving, child neglect charges, and also, would you like to guess what his status is? Would you like to guess how Javon Jackson is classified by the Department of Motor Vehicles as well as police?
Suspended?
Yeah, you're close. You're
Revoked?
well, you guys are all
Okay, I mean,
you're nipping at the heels here. You're nipping all the way around it. He is a habitual traffic offender in the state of Florida.
Habitual.
I don't know what gets you on that list. So what is the criteria that gets you on the habitual traffic offender in the state of Florida? I don't know. That was beautiful placement for that cough, by the way.
Was it?
Right
Well,
there.
guess what? I haven't had any coughs until that one.
It was right there on the pause. It was just a beautiful cough.
Was it?
All right. So, Fester, what are you saying?
So, when you were looking for the Taco Bell sound effect, which Andrew found, thankfully, I pulled up a YouTube video, and I haven't listened to this. I haven't previewed it.
Okay.
But it says Taco Bell bong sound, 62 billion, 768 mil. No, I'm sorry.
No, that looks like trillions.
62 trillion.
trillion, 768 billion, 369 million, 664,000 times. What?
I have to listen to this.
Play it. Go. What is?
Oh,
Wow.
I got to put together.
What is this?
Okay.
It's just a
Nice.
repeating sound effect.
Okay.
Time to go to church.
All right. This is not what we
It's
want.
not even a Taco Bell sound. Is that the Taco Bell sound?
Stop! I hate it.
I
What are you doing?
I think it is.
I got rooked in by the headline.
Oh.
When you went to YouTube and just typed in the Taco Bell bell?
Have you not heard the 1 hour of silence randomly interrupted by the Taco Bell noise?
No.
So what you do is you play it on your speaker and it's silent, and then out of nowhere,
Just randomly you get the Taco Bell bell
yes,
at maybe the 52-minute and 36-second mark?
something like that.
Whatever. Hey, Fester, your favorite store is what? Family?
Okay,
Gosh.
Which one? I always get confused whether Fester's favorite store is the Family Tree or the Family Dollar.
Okay.
Just
Dollar
answer my
General.
question.
Well, you got them wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They're Dollar Tree,
All right, what'd I say?
Family Tree,
Oh,
or Family Dollar. So you got them wrong. My favorite
No,
store.
there is a Family Dollar.
Right, but my favorite store is Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree.
Green signs,
All right,
they're
hold on.
everywhere. They're no longer $1. It's still a little chapped about.
That's the $1.25 now?
$1.25
All
store,
right.
yeah.
So Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Did I cover my bases there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's the deal. This is Family Dollar, so this is not Fester's favorite store.
But
So anything can happen at Family Dollar, you just don't care,
well,
right?
listen, and things are all like different prices. It's not like everything's like $1.25.
Can I just, this is important. This is educational. This is a learning experience. So this particular story, please walk away with this. If you're an employee at a store, there are certain things that you can do to a shoplifter. There are certain things you can't do. An employee at a Family Dollar in Arizona has been arrested for shooting a shoplifter. Now you don't want to shoot the shoplifter. That's not going to be justified. So the Family Dollar employee shot the shoplifter, who slugged him in the face when the worker asked the shoplifter to leave. So even in getting slugged in the face, that doesn't justify you pulling out your concealed gun that you're carrying at the Family Dollar.
Boy, too bad that didn't happen in Florida. You can make a case here.
I don't know.
If somebody strikes you, I know you're begging for a shooting.
The employee, Kevin Salas Madrid, encountered the alleged serial shoplifter inside this Phoenix, Arizona Family Dollar store, warned the suspect to stop stealing and get out. They began arguing. The shoplifter then punched Madrid in the face. The worker then pulled out a gun. I didn't know that Family Dollar employees were packing underneath that Family Dollar smock.
Yeah,
Have you been to a Family Dollar?
you might want to carry when you go.
Oh, my God. Allegedly shot the suspect 10 times.
Jeez.
And even while the guy was on the floor, was unloading still. You can't do that. You will be arrested for that. Morons in the news.
Boy, put me.
A learning experience on the MJ Morning Show.
If anyone
So-
had to learn that, that's not good.
You said more than 10 times.
Yes.
An Arizona news site says exactly 15 times, to be very specific.
Well, thank you very much for the update on that.
I tell you what, man.
Yes, 15 would be more than 10.
You put me in front of a jury of my peers on that one.
This is like a Sesame Street episode. Let's do a song about 15's more than 10.
I was being
15
exact.
is more than 10.
Okay,
5 more.
48 is more than 10.
Yes, it
15
is.
is the exact number.
You are correct. All right, what do you say we open up some of our remaining mystery Merch Madness packages?
All right, Merch Madness is a new name that you just brought up today for the first time.
No,
We came up with that when you were gone.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, you were away somewhere.
haven't heard
Yeah,
of
what's
Merch
the matter?
Madness.
You jealous of Merch Madness?
Yeah,
'Cause you
Merch
came up with
Madness.
it?
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
hold
that's
on.
a really good name.
We'll get to it next. Stand by. We're back in minutes, and we'll open up the remaining packages that we have. What merchandise have listeners sent us? We'll do it next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. 6:05. It is 7:01, a minute past 7 o'clock on this Tuesday. And welcome, everybody, to the MJ broadcast. And we are about to initiate possibly the final coordinated, organized Merch Madness package opening. I have a remaining, it looks like 1, 2, 3, it looks like 5 packages here. So what do you say we open up the packages, Merch Madness or Mystery Merch as it, who came up with Merch Madness? Because it was really a good name.
It was Froggy.
Thank you, Roxanne. It was Froggy.
It was Linda the listener.
No, it was not Linda.
It was Linda.
Ladies and gentlemen, Merch.
so.
What was that?
No, it was
It wasn't
me.
Linda.
Okay. Linda,
Who
you're
the-
getting the shaft, Linda.
Who the hell's Linda?
The listener who came up with Merch Madness.
Hold on. You just said to us, when did you start calling it Merch Madness?
No,
And-
not Merch Madness. I'm sorry. Linda called it Mystery Merch.
Yeah.
Linda
It
was
was-
Miss. We got so many stupid.
Dude, you've just conflated the whole thing.
Yeah, when you were gone at the Space Center, Froggy came up with Merch Madness.
Yeah.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
Thank you. Even though you think
Was it
Linda.
last week you were out? Was it
Yeah.
last Thursday and Friday? Last Thursday and Friday, right? Or
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Week and a half ago.
Yeah, Fester took his kids and wife over to the Kennedy Space Center. All right, so here we go. I've got 5 remaining packages in-house. Andrew, is this it right now, or do we have more tucked away somewhere in the mailroom or whatever? This is it?
That's all I'm aware of.
All right, here we go. This for Merch Madness, this is just where we ask listeners, hey, send in crap, we'll open it up. We'll unbox it. You know, those unboxing videos on YouTube are very, very popular. So-
People love it.
They do. And people seem to like this. All right, here we go. This is a little plastic wrap. It looks like
I think that adds to it, the sound of the plastic
Yeah,
wrap.
I like it.
This is from Sam. This
Thanks,
is from
Sam.
Stafford, Texas. Wait a minute. Sam sent this from Stafford, or maybe that's just where he ordered it from. Is there a little gift ticket in here? Nope, no gift ticket. It is some type of a T-shirt, it looks like. And on the T-shirt, it says, Dad, Daddy, Dad, bro. It's Dad, Daddy, Dad, bruh.
It's the evolution
Oh,
of what your children call you.
It is. And the fact that
Oh, there you go. That's
oh
funny.
my, that is very fun. Let me hold this thing up to the MJ TV camera
I
here.
love a clever T-shirt, huh?
This is great. This is the evolution of Chloe.
Is Chloe still on a bra kick?
Oh my God, bruh.
My kids are doing that.
I'm like, Chloe, stop calling me bruh. Do you remember the skateboarding kids that got in trouble? That officer in Baltimore?
A couple years ago.
Oh, a couple of years ago.
I mean,
It was like 10, 12 years ago. There was did the officer get fired or he was, go to YouTube, look this up. It was, what was his name? Officer, and he kept saying his name. He was,
Is it Gutierrez? Wasn't it something like that?
it was a Baltimore cop and these kids were skateboarding. I think on like the Baltimore like waterfront river, whatever they call it. Fester, we got to dig this up. All right, we're going to have to find it during the next break.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos about Baltimore police on
God, what was
YouTube.
that was and the cop he was recorded, was it his video or one of the kids recorded it on there. Anyway, the video went viral and the officer was just railing on these kids and the cop actually got in trouble if I'm not mistaken. And one of the kids kept calling him bro or bruh, and he said, "I'm not your bro," or something. It was funny stuff. We played that a lot because that was funny. We got to dig that up. So thank you, Sam or whoever sent this, the daddy, dad, bruh, because Chloe calls me bruh, and I'm like, Chloe, stop calling me bruh.
My kids are in the douche phase when they're
Whoa,
they just
come
call me a
on,
douche.
Froggy,
I mean,
No, they don't.
it's just constant.
I mean,
Instead of daddy, it's douchey. It's douchey. Hey, douchey.
at least they're staying with the D's.
Pass the douchey to the left-hand side. All right, here we go.
When you say daddy, dad, bra,
Yeah.
it kind of sounds like bra, like a bra you would wear to hold up if you had man boobs.
Oh, really?
oh, he does, sort of.
So, all right, here's another one. This is from, I don't know, shipped from somewhere in Florida here, but
Shipped from somewhere in Florida.
yeah, what did you just say?
MJ said shipped.
shipped
Yeah.
from Hialeah.
That was a real soft P
shit
there.
your
Oh,
pants?
my God, this is great. Oh,
What?
this is fantastic. Wait a minute.
Was something for you again?
No, it's a name badge. You know those little engraved name badges? So if you're at a store or a place of business and somebody will have
Like the employees?
it's an employee name badge that's been customized. So I guess it was made and shipped from Hialeah, but there's no card in here. I don't know who sent this.
Does it say we work for the MJ Morning Show and has our name on it?
No, hang on.
Or is it just-
There's one name badge in here. Let me open up the packaging. I'm doing this. Oh, this is great. Oh boy, is this great! What movie? Anybody?
I know.
What movie?
Animal
Scooby-Doo.
House.
Animal House. Yes, after that was Flounder.
It was-
Oh boy, is this Stephen Faust? I think is his name.
I also think it was in
All
Scooby-Doo.
right, are you ready for this? It is a gold name badge, and it has the magnet in the back, so you don't have to stick a needle through your shirt and ruin the fabric. It is a Hal Herman name badge.
Oh, that's great.
Listen to this.
Come out front of the table. What is it?
Oh, it says Hal Herman quack quack Q105.
No way. That's amazing.
Look
I
at-
bet you you can wear that now. Hal can wear that now, and you can get in
yes.
places. It's like a credential. It's a
gotta put
media
it-
credential.
I'm going to put it on my jacket.
I'm holding it up to the camera right now. Andrew, do you have it on MJTV? Can
This
you
is
see
amazing.
it? What if I put it closer?
Now you need to tilt it so the light's hitting you. You have the lights
lighting-
turned off in
The
there.
lighting sucks a little bit.
Turn the fluorescence on for a minute. Turn the.
All right, here you go.
Oh my
Wow,
God!
Jesus.
Holy.
It's like the lights
Oh,
come on
wow.
at the end of the night.
That is a very nice name badge.
Is that better?
Tilt it up a little bit.
Tilt it up.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
This
now
is,
the light can touch it.
Is that good?
this is
Yeah.
tedious as hell.
Can you
Can
see
I
it?
see it?
Can Hal have his
All right.
name badge for the
So
guy?
Hal Herman quack quack Q105.
It's like I'm an M&M man or a McDonald's manager.
That is hysterical. That is fantastic.
Wow.
It's the same color as the McDonald's manager golden badge. You're right.
Yeah.
And then we got these tubes again. We've got three of these tubes. So let me open up this tube here. Oh, son of a! Oh
glitter?
no! Oh my God!
Oh no!
The glitter bomb.
It was a glitter. Oh, son of a bitch! Holy!
I told you.
Oh my God! It's a freaking glitter
Oh,
bomb!
did it get in the equipment?
Oh my God! You son of a bitch! Oh,
Don't open the other ones.
of course I'm not opening. But wait a minute. We got another. Oh my God!
Did it get in the equipment? That's all
got
that
in-
matters.
Everywhere.
It got in the equipment.
I knew you. I told you this was going to happen.
Well, but we got another tube like that wasn't a glitter. The same exact thing.
Eventually, glitter bomb was going to happen.
Oh my God!
Oh, that's hysterical.
You bastard! Oh my God! All right. Well, luckily, oh son of a.
I mean, most of it landed on like papers, right? We
Yeah,
can lift it up pretty.
most of it came. Oh, it's all over the floor.
Oh, man.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
That's hysterical.
It's not hysterical.
It's kind of hysterical.
Oh my God! I got freaking glitter all over the place.
Oh,
Who?
man.
I'm gonna kill you. Who are you? I'm gonna.
He's not going to kill you. He might just rough you up a little bit, but he's not going to kill you.
Oh my God! Who?
Oh, that's great.
It's not great.
I told you this was going to happen.
But we got other packages from.
Right, it's a common shipping container.
How many of those did you send, Fester?
Oh my God! All right,
It wasn't me. Wasn't me.
You've got to be kidding me.
You know I wouldn't spring for the postage.
You got.
All right, so we have two other.
Luckily, it was aimed down,
Right.
and most of the
Went on your crotch.
most of the glitter went on the. I had paper on the edge of the countertop, and most of the glitter, when it opened, it went straight down onto the paper.
So was it was there a spring in there, or was it just gravity?
Yeah, I want to look at it.
Yeah, tell you what, why do you think the other? Guess what? That could have easily been a pipe bomb too.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly right.
Could have blown up on. Who are you? Identify yourself. Whoever sent the glitter bomb.
Is there a return address?
Froggy, do not. Nah, it's some novelty company return address. In what's the return address? The return. So the end of Merch Madness, or the end of mystery merch. Some jackass sends a glitter from Nostalgic
All
Incorporated.
right, Froggy, there's another. Oh, MJ, hold on. Stop.
Are you sure they're glitter bombs?
Dude, it just exploded.
Why would he send 3?
Maybe one is an actual pipe bomb in here.
did it
I'm
explode?
throwing these away.
No.
I'll open it outside.
open it
I'm
outside.
throwing
Seriously.
it away.
We don't
What
know
if it's
what
an
it
amazing?
is.
What if it's a diamond? What if it's a $1,000 bill?
It's a standard shipping container. You've had other products shipped in the same thing.
And from Nostalgia Incorporated, we got other. You know what? The other ones were decoys to make us comfortable in opening the package.
They lulled us into it.
They did. They lulled us into a trap.
Are all of the cylinders from Nostalgia Incorporated? Can you look at?
Yes, the other two are from Nostalgia Incorporated. They're going in.
Okay.
They're going in the Trash Incorporated. All right, those are going in the.
Well, that was fun.
I tell you, luckily, the bulk of the folks, someone just glitter bombed us, which is much better than an actual pipe bomb.
Yes.
People are loving it.
Oh my God!
I want to see your
son of a-
face in slow motion when it
Oh
blew up in
my
it.
God! Andrew, can you get a dustpan, please? Most of it went on the
It's
floor.
over by the wall.
Yeah, it's in the studio already from our prior messes.
The bulk of it went on the floor and on the paper right in front of me, so I was able to dump it into the trash can. It could have been a whole lot worse.
Wow.
Oh,
That
all
was
right.
intense.
Is it over? Are there any more packages that don't look like bombs?
Yeah, there's one rectangular Amazon box here.
What if that one's a glitter bomb?
Big glitter bomb.
All right, here we go. Final package, and I think this bit is done. All right, what is this? What? This is a male Wang coloring book? Are you kidding me?
Dude,
Hold on. Keep calm and color, and then it's the D word. Keep calm and color.
I have to say, this whole bit has ended exactly like it's supposed to.
Yes.
Oh my God!
I need this.
It is a whole coloring book with male Wangs, and you color the Wangs. Here, bring this home to your kids. They'll love it, Roxanne.
You take it home and color it when you get stressed
Here's
out.
some. There are multiple things in here. There's Joe Biden toilet paper.
I don't understand that one.
Let's see. HR approved ways to tell coworkers they're stupid. That's another book in here. And then the final item is the screaming goat. Didn't we already get the screaming goat?
I think it's behind you, so I think we still
Yeah.
have it here in the studio. We have
Oh, yeah. So that's the second screaming goat that we got.
we can never have enough screaming
No.
goats.
No.
What a nice.
Yeah.
That's the screaming goat.
We also cannot have enough Wang coloring books. Just keep them coming.
We got to play Wang Chung later this morning. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
A little Wang.
Let me see some of the wieners in that thing.
Oh, my God. All right, well, you know what? You're right. This bit ended exactly the way it's supposed to end.
Hey, Wang, it's a parking lot.
Exactly.
Wow, look at this.
I think when one of us is misbehaving, we need to go to the Wang coloring corner and just sit and color while
That's cool.
we take a break.
Then I'll get you the crayons, Roxanne.
7:14 at the MJ Morning Show. Just, Andrew, a little bit of cleanup right now, but it's not terrible. It's mostly on the floor.
Yeah,
So,
you were lucky. That wasn't the best glitter bomb ever.
This could have been a whole lot worse.
Let me see the Wang coloring book.
And
This is actually pretty cool.
Whoever you are, we're going to hunt you down, and it's going to be a very nasty demise. All right, 7:14 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Next, we start the 1 hour and 20 minutes nonstop. 1 hour, 20 minutes nonstop MJ Morning Show next. Hey, weather... is the MJ Morning Show on Q105. MJ and the crew here, 7:22 on a Tuesday. Andrew, did the glitter bomb get caught on MJ TV or not really? What was the story there?
It was a little bit low for the camera
Yeah.
where you had it, but I did get a little bit of it. Certainly your reaction.
You know, that is very positive that I did hold it low, because if I held it high, it would be a much bigger mess. The fact that it was low and I opened the container aiming downward, it hit most of the papers in front of me and then on the floor. So the glitter bomb that somebody sent us, and Fester, you predicted this.
Both finales.
Did you predict it yesterday?
No, I think when we first got started with this, I go, eventually we're going to get glitter bombs and we're going to get wieners. And lo and behold, the last two items we got in mystery merch were glitter bombs and wieners.
Well, it could have been a whole lot worse. So whoever you are, I hope you're having a good time at home. I hope you got a good laugh. But don't you worry. You know, we've got an internal security department here, and they're already hard at work tracking you down, and they're going to burn your house down.
That's right.
Yeah, it's all fun and games with your glitter bomb until your house is a smoldering pile of ruins.
Until MJ's standing out there laughing, covered in glitter.
All right, so, yeah, someone glitter bombed us, folks, with mystery merch. However, it was more contained than uncontained, so that's very positive. This is just rude. This is flat out rude. How many times do I do foreign stories on this show?
Rarely, because we have too much good stuff here in America.
Yeah, exactly. American-made, folks. American-made morons. American-made. But there's one. This just hit me yesterday. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Really? Now, this is in Thailand. Now, is this a translation issue? They have a couple of stores in like a mall area, a couple of stores, and I just find this to be pretty rude. This is like a mall, a fashion center. This is in Thailand, and there is video circulating for stores that cater to women that are a little larger.
Okay.
And one of the stores, the big sign outside the store is, Roxanne, before I reveal this, if I were to say a store that caters to larger women, nothing wrong with that. If I were to say, name that store, it's in Thailand, it's in like a fashion mall, and they've got a big elaborate sign out in front of the store, like malls. They have the signs on top. You walk through the entrance. What do you think a rude name for a plus-size clothing store would be?
Well, I just think of Lane Bryant.
Yeah.
That's one here in America.
That's not rude, though.
I know. So now I'm trying to think, how could you make that rude?
Come on, 60 seconds on the clock.
Freeway, Brian.
Get Lane.
Chubby for your hubby.
No, that's not ruder than that.
Guts and butts.
No,
Fatty fashions.
Well, you're closer, much closer, Fester.
Lard looks.
Lard.
The store is called Fat Girls.
Oh, well, that's just very bad. That's not even creative. That's just rude. That's just rude.
That's what I'm saying. It's rude.
I'm amazed we don't have
Hold
that
on.
store chain here.
I've got the picture right here. Look at this. The front of the store, up on top, the sign is Fat Girls, and it says X, and then they have in the logo for Fat Girls, it says XL-5XL.
Would it be less offensive if it was PHAT?
It really would.
Hey, you had Fat Farm. Is that still around?
Yeah, it's still around.
Fat Farm.
Is it? I don't know.
I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen Fat Farm. PHAT, PHARM. Right, Fat Farm.
I don't know if I'm the demographic they're looking for.
I just glanced at that. Is it girls spelled with an S or a Z? Because I think Z would be less offensive.
Girls, GIRLS.
No, very offensive.
And then another store. This could be worse.
Big ass Betty.
No.
What? I mean,
no, Fest, not big. No.
Tub of lard Lucille.
No.
$3.50 nifty.
Nope.
What? I mean, I'm running out of
Moo. MOOMOO, like Anna Cow says. Moo.
I was going to guess chonks.
dude. My grandmother would have shopped at Moo Moo every day.
Chonk!
Chonk.
Chonk! Junk, junk, junk.
Franchises opening everywhere.
I'm all
terrible.
I'm all for this direct advertising. I want to know exactly what this store sells, who it caters to.
So there you go. 2 stores in Thailand. Some viral videos circulating of just these rude names for these stores for plus-size clothing. I don't condone that behavior.
If there was a store called Balding Fat Men,
You'd have to go in.
I would.
I'd go in.
Tell me I wouldn't be in their catalog.
I would like to reveal a taste test that occurred at the MJ house on Sunday.
I love taste tests. We should do it in here.
Let me guess, whatever it was the best on earth.
Are you mocking me?
I mean,
You do say it for last night. You were making nothing but vegetables. You're like, this is amazing. I mean, how good could it be?
it's
a bunch
vegetable.
of vegetables.
It's vegetables. Still had dirt on
Festa,
it.
bring up my Instagram.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen.
it looked good and all, but if you're eating like Tom Brady,
Dude, I made an amazing, healthy vegetable stir fry last night. It was superb. I had, 7 or 8 vegetables in there.
Did you have some bone broth?
No,
let me
I
guess,
no, I
best?
did not.
The best?
It was great. So look at the picture. This is on my Instagram. Hey, Andrew, if you want to grab both these and make a post out of it, MJ Super Stir Fry.
Yeah, MJ eating like a rabbit.
No, dude, this was incredible. And Julian, he tried it. He couldn't get enough of it.
All right, so it looks like
Julian's mowing it down.
there's cabbage,
There's white cabbage,
Broccoli.
Oh.
bok choy.
baby bok choy,
Okay,
Little
carrots,
baby
Carrots?
bok choy.
snap peas.
snow peas,
Okay, snow peas.
Yep.
Then regular peas.
regular English peas.
Then there's pieces of wood,
Nope, it's the baby cauliflower.
and then it looks
All
like
From Trader Joe's.
broadleaf lettuce.
No,
or something?
broadleaf.
I don't know what that is.
No, that's regular bok choy.
Okay.
So I had 2 bok choys in there, and I made a stir fry. So now go
Wait,
to
what's
the
a
video.
what's a bok choy?
Bok choy is a Chinese vegetable.
So you put vegetables in with more vegetables?
It's all vegetables.
Dude,
it's like
Yeah.
Dude, the whole. What are you talking? The whole
Dude.
thing is vegetables.
It's a salad.
his intestines are going to be
it's
blowing up later today.
Andrew, it's not a salad. It's a stir fry.
It's a cooked dish.
I
What's the
cook-
difference?
I cooked it in a wok.
you
It's,
don't
it's
cook
a,
salads.
It's a hot stir fry, is what I made,
You didn't cover it in ranch.
and it was delicious.
Would have
It's
been better with ranch.
It's healthy. No ranch dressing on this thing.
It probably would have
Hang
been
on,
better.
I haven't even gotten to the taste test. We did a really interesting taste test, and I'm really curious as to what Fester has to say about this, because I believe that Fester has talked about this particular product. In fact, I think Fester grabs a spoon, eats this right out of the jar like ice cream, but it's not.
Where's your protein in all this? Aren't you doing all
Yeah.
your? You need protein.
No.
You're doing all your rated
Where's your
X
sustenance?
workouts.
You need sustenance.
Yeah.
I did cook some chicken breasts separately. I baked some chicken breasts and just did some sliced chicken breasts. But this was just vegetables. Fester, do it. Reset it and bring up the audio. Reset so people can hear my. This is like I shot a 15-second video. I'd roll it. Here we
Take a
go.
look at this amazing stir fry. It is so easy. Some vegetable oil, fresh garlic. I've got some oyster sauce in here, sesame oil, then cabbage, 2 bok choys, regular and baby, broccoli, carrots. I've got baby cauliflower, snow peas, and regular peas. And this thing is just absolutely delicious.
All the vegetables were still like cooked but crispy. I didn't murder the vegetables. Froggy, do you stalk my Instagram?
No,
No,
your
it's-
stupid stuff pops up, and I see how stupid
Hold
it
on,
is.
hold on.
Like
My-
the vegetables.
My stupid stuff pops up.
One of
really?
the penalties of being one of your 10,000
Yeah.
or 11,000 or 12,000, I'm sorry, 12,200 followers is occasionally your stuff pops up in the feed.
Yeah, and
Nobody's talking.
I think like IG knows that we work together and text each other, and then it gives me more of you. It does.
Yeah, if you click on it once, you're stuck. You're saddled with them.
Fester, stop clicking.
All right.
So that video's up. Again, folks, give me a follow. My Instagram, my private personal Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. Also give the show Instagram a follow, which is MJ Morning Show on Instagram. Oh, a couple of things. Did you see the trailer? When we were going out to Lakeland and Plant City, we went to the museum to see the Edward Hopper exhibit before it ended. So we went out to the museum where they were. I keep forgetting the name of the museum, but we went out there, and then we went to Fred's Market restaurant for lunch in Plant City. And while we were driving, I was behind this vehicle at a red light, and this was on the way to the museum in Lakeland.
Is it a trailer or is it a food truck?
It is a trailer. So it's a catering trailer being towed by a pickup truck. And the name of the catering company is Quit Smackin'. Remember we were talking about this? I think it's based on mouth noises. We just talked about this. Yesterday we were talking about the noises.
Misophonia.
And noises that set people off, that make people angry. And one of the most significant noises that makes people angry is people that smack their food or smack their mouth when they're eating. And Michelle always says to me, I don't need to hear what's going on in your mouth. And the name of this catering company is Quit Smackin' Catering. So, pretty funny name. They do sandwiches, wings, fish, and more. There's a phone number on the back. But on the back of this big trailer, there is a gigantic, like 4-foot-tall propane tank that is just strapped to the back. If you rear end this trailer, what the hell is going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. Man, forget about crashing into an old Ford Pinto. Just crash into the back of this catering truck and kaboom! I mean, what would happen if you rear-ended this propane tank?
Is this the place that you food tested?
What?
No.
Oh, you never said what you tested.
He hasn't gotten to the taste test yet.
Okay. Hold on, no.
Have you taste tested yet?
This is separate.
Okay.
No, we got sidetracked.
Oh, sorry.
These propane tanks are really sturdy.
This is a classic MJ sidetracking.
That's
right here.
Yeah, tangent.
Yeah. So take a look at the photo. That photo's on my Instagram as well, certified MJ Radio. So now on to the food taste testing.
I thought the bok choy was the food tasting.
Did you say bok choy?
Yeah.
Is that like brought to you by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? It's new bok choy. I love bok choy, though. Bok choy is fantastic. Now, on to the food taste test, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to give you some of the ingredients, or maybe I'll tell the name of the dish. And you tell me what the ingredient is that we specifically taste tested to see what was better. We did a blind, Michelle knew which was which, but Julian and I did the blind taste test. After the fact, Michelle then concurred. I'm going to tell you what Michelle made, and you tell me what a major ingredient is of this food item, and then you'll be able to figure out the two products that we taste tested.
I'm completely confused. Could you say that again?
No. The dish, the food item that Michelle made was egg salad.
Okay.
What do you think we taste tested to see which egg salad was better, batch 1 or batch 2?
What do you mean? What what ingredient did you change?
Yeah,
Mayonnaise?
Yes! Who said mayonnaise? Was that you, Andrew?
Me.
There you go. No, you didn't.
You know what's good in egg salad is tarragon.
All right, well, you
Try
tell
that next
you,
time.
Yeah, a little
I'll
tarragon.
taste test that
call
myself.
Michelle. All right, so
Don't sleep on celery seed either.
I've heard you say that.
Okay, yeah. So mayonnaise it's different from jar to jar.
well, guess
Yeah.
what? Michelle made egg salad. Michelle makes a really good egg salad. And Julian loves Michelle's egg salad. Julian goes back to school tomorrow. So what two mayonnaises do you think we taste tested at the house? Michelle made one batch of egg salad with one mayonnaise. She made one batch with the second. And then which one do you think we all, Julie and I blindly said, oh, this is better. What do you think we used?
Hellman's
Yes.
versus
Dukes.
Versus, yes.
Miracle Whip. Oh,
Nope.
okay. Dukes.
Yep, Froggy had it.
Oh.
Hellman's versus,
Sorry, Rox.
Yep. Hellman's versus Duke's
guess.
mayonnaise.
I was going to say
knows
Miracle
a,
Whip.
yeah, he knows a thing. Whoa.
Miracle Whip's not mayonnaise.
I know, but I just thought that you guys were getting that crazy in your house.
Nope. It was Hellman's. Bring out the Hellman's and bring out the best.
And you did a blind taste test.
Oh, Julian and I did. We had no idea. Michelle had batch number 1 in a Pyrex glass dish, and then batch number 2 also in a. They were
you
just.
guys get crazy on the weekends.
They were. It was a crazy time in the Schnitt house.
How much mayo do you have just sitting around your house? Like, open
Let's
the fridge,
do
two
this.
jars.
No, this is brand new. Michelle went to the supermarket and bought 1 jar of Hellman's, 1 jar of Duke's. So before we move on, which mayonnaise did we find better? So which egg salad did we find better tasting? What had more of a zip? What just tasted better? either the egg salad made with the Hellmann's or the Duke's mayonnaise. I'm going to go around the room here. Roxanne, which one do you think we found better?
Well, I'm going to say Hellmann's because Hellmann's is the best, but I've never
Well,
had
bring
Duke's.
out the Hellmann's and bring out the best. So
Yeah,
you're going with Hellmann's.
I'll go with Hellmann's.
Festa, which one do you think that we found better, the Hellmann's or the Duke's egg salad?
I just want everybody to know that I use Duke's mayonnaise as its own individual food group.
We know.
I mean, there's like the meats and the grains and the
Just-
fruits, and then there's the mayonnaise.
Look at Fester.
food
He's
group.
living proof. All right, so which one?
I would go with Duke's.
Okay. Froggy, what do you think tasted better in our house with our double-blind taste test? Was it Hellmann's or Duke's?
It was definitely Duke's. If not, I will eat Fester's underwear covered in Duke.
This pair I want right now.
Yes.
You don't want this one.
Well, guess what, Froggy? You are eating Fester's underwear because
What?
Yeah, we all picked the Hellmann's.
Duke's? I thought Duke's was the best.
Nah, you guys.
We all listen. Dukes was good.
No.
Dukes was good.
Fester's offended.
Yeah.
But the edge went to Hellmann's. We all said, I took a couple of spoonfuls of each, cleansed my palate with some water and some lime sherbet. And
Oh, you guys are crazy.
I didn't cleanse my palate. You ever been to a
Some
fancy
pieces of
restaurant?
ginger?
I have not had this in years, but when I was a little kid, this is an impression that was made on me when I was 10 years old. We went to dinner somewhere in South Florida. So my grandparents lived in Hollywood in Broward County. And I just remember I was 9 or 10 years old. We went out to dinner. It was my parents, my brother, myself, and my grandma and grandfather. So my grandpa died when I was 9. So I must have been 8 or 9 years old. We went to some restaurant where in between courses, they brought us a little teensy-weensy little cone with a little bitty scoop of lime sherbet to cleanse our palate in between the courses.
I had that happen to me.
I've had that happen once in my life, and I've had some good culinary outings, but I've only had that once when I was like 9 years old in Hollywood, Florida, or somewhere, somewhere around there. But yeah, the Duke's mayonnaise was second place. The Hellmann's we picked as number one.
Okay.
Fester, are you insulted? Are you offended? Are you crying over there?
I'm not crying, but you're wrong.
I've
What
got
do you mean I'm wrong?
Okay,
We taste tested it.
Listen, wars have been started over things less important than Hellmann's over Duke's or Duke's over Hellmann's.
And apparently the Hellmann's haters are telling me it's owned by China now and they don't use it and they had to go to Duke's. And people
Wait a minute. What do you mean Hellmann's is owned by China?
I think that's just, someone said Hellmann's is now owned by China, so I do not use it. Maybe it's a dig at you for talking about TikTok. I don't know. I would have to verify that, but I do know that people are wound up. The Duke's lovers are really mad at you.
Are
right
you
now,
serious?
Jim. Yes.
Should we open up the Oh, hey, Froggy, when are you going to eat Fester's underwear?
You're
coat?
going to eat
Oh,
some
he has to take it off
underwear.
first.
I'll take them off.
Hold on, that's going to happen tomorrow.
I'll take them off.
Well, we don't have Duke's mayonnaise.
Yeah, we don't have any Duke's mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Did I say cover them in mayonnaise? I don't think I did.
I think you said covered in Duke's.
And how would I cut them with a knife? I mean,
You
this would
said
be impossible.
You said that if Duke's was not the choice in our house with the egg salad blind taste test, you said you would eat Fester's underwear covered in Duke's.
But I'm trying to think of how I would do it. Would I eat it like a steak?
I'll give you scissors.
Scissors, maybe?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
so you cut them up into bite-sized pieces.
I don't feel good about this.
You know what? We cut them up in little pieces and we'll make like a
Guess what?
Fester underwear salads.
This is going to happen tomorrow right here on the MJ Morning Show.
Can I put it in with some salad or something?
You can look forward to this. Fester underwear covered in Duke's, and Froggy's going to eat it.
Well, let's forget about this.
What color are they today?
I mean,
I
there
can't
was
even
a-
see what color are they.
Oh, they're red.
Okay, so
Ew.
be sure I bring the red drawers tomorrow. All right.
I feel sick.
I'm gonna love this. This is gonna
We
be
could video it and get some views on the
All
website.
right, so
It's gonna be fantastic. Hey, Roxanne,
Yeah.
when you get your face poked,
Uh-huh.
I'm referring to what?
Botox.
I am. In fact, didn't I rename it Bo-Rox a long time ago?
I'm sure you did.
only for her, yes.
Listen, Michelle gets some Botox.
I think most people over the age of 20 get it now.
Yeah.
That's what I found.
Did you see the latest, though, that Botox alters brain activity connected to emotions?
You don't say. Do tell, MJ.
Okay.
Did I hear a? I heard a chortle. You did a
That
chortle.
was a chortle.
You
Let
did
me-
a chortle.
I chortled it up. Was it a guffaw or a chortle?
That was a chortle. You chortled.
Guffaw.
And this is a Fester Wheezy laugh. And this is Marlene, the listener laugh.
Okay.
Love Marlene.
I need to hear more about how it
Okay.
affects emotions.
Okay, I've read nothing of this. I've heard nothing of this, but let me try to
This
just
is
imagine.
brand new research,
Okay,
baby.
is this what it says? Let me guess. I'm not Googling. I'm not looking at anything. Is it because you're training your face not to make the expressions that you're more muted? Is that what it's telling you? Is that what our research is saying?
How about I just give you the research?
Okay, give it.
Brain scans showed that Botox injected into the forehead altered people's brain chemistry, impacting how they interpreted other people's emotions. So it's other people's emotions. This is brand new science published in the Scientific Reports. Botox, an injectable and temporary injection, reduces or eliminates facial fine lines. Botox is derived from the botulism toxin. Botox, botulism toxin, Botox. And it eliminates facial fine lines and wrinkles, is popularly used to reduce the appearance of frown lines. According to the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, the U.S. recorded 4,401,536 botulinum toxin type A procedures, which includes Botox and similar products, in 2020. And that's the year with the most recent data. That was also the big COVID year. So is a normal year much more than 4,400,000 pokes?
I don't know. Sounds like a lot.
As more and more people across the country continue to schedule appointments to get Botox, researchers question how the temporary paralysis of the facial muscles that results from the treatments impacts a person's ability to interpret emotions. Researchers at the University of California, Irvine, and AbbVie is the big biotech company that makes Botox, they conducted functional magnetic resonance imagery or imaging scans on 10 women between ages 33 and 40. Brain scans were performed both before the women received the Botox in the forehead and again 2 to 3 weeks after to compare the brain's reactions to emotive images. During the two scans, the women were shown photos of happy, angry, and neutral faces and asked to interpret the emotion being expressed. And the researchers found that after receiving Botox, Roxanne, the women's brain activity was altered, and the part of the brain involved in experiencing of emotions. How do you pronounce it? AMYGDLA?
Is
that right?
Yeah, that's the exact pronunciation.
When they looked at the angry and happy faces and the key structure for functionality, specialized computations of high-level vision, that
This is some really dense stuff.
it is. But listen, the bottom line is the Botox altered the way you perceived faces.
It altered the way I perceived you reading that.
Yeah, I do have to say, I think I've always been a little bit too receptive to people's facial expressions and what they're feeling. So I think I need to get more Botox so I get less of that emotional energy directed my way or understand what's even happening. I would rather not know.
Just a heads up.
Yes.
I mean, you're having a toxin, you're having a paralyzing toxin injected into your face and your forehead, and they're saying that it alters brain activity and emotional interpretation of different faces.
Someone with an Illinois area code is mad at me because they said most people over the age of 20 do not get Botox. That's ridiculous. That was hyperbole, number one. But number two, I do know some 20-something-year-olds who get Botox.
Oh, you said most people. You didn't say some.
And that was the hyperbolic part.
That's why I had to break it up for this person. All right. We done with Botox?
I think we're done with Botox.
Good, thank you.
So we got to move on to smelly pits.
I owe you one, Gina.
Oh, yeah. I saw this.
This is bizarre. I
There
don't
are
know.
two bizarre things about this.
I don't understand this. Sniffing stinky armpits can relieve social anxiety. What? What? I mean, really?
Is it wrong that I thought of Roxanne when I saw this?
Oh,
Hold on.
Huh?
Hold on.
Andrew.
Andrew.
That's rude.
As the sniffer or
Hold
the
on.
sniffy?
Yes.
Explain. What are
is
you
rude.
talking? When you
Rude.
saw.
Hey, Andrew, do you want to get on my bad list too? Because
Yeah,
there's
I mean,
two people who are on my bad
I
list.
remember you wanting to sniff on the show in the past.
Huh?
Hold on. Well, can you explain, please? You're
Yeah.
sounding very creepy here.
Andrew doesn't say something for 6 months at a time, and he finally does, and he pisses off Roxanne more on a day that she has a hairpin trigger.
Can you explain, please?
I remember her willing to sniff somebody's armpit. I remember her willing to sniff Fester's gasoline-covered hands. She is very
Olfactory.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. If you want to say that, that's fine. But don't make it like just pit centric.
No.
Okay, Alec Baldwin.
This is
No.
this is weird.
Can I tell you right now? I'm sweating just talking about this with all of Andrew's Andrew's comments.
All right, so you saw this as well. This
I
is
did.
just a weird story.
It's weird.
Sniffing sweaty armpits may hold the key to relieving social anxiety.
Wow, now I know how to calm Roxanne down anytime.
According to new research, everyday activities such as meeting strangers, speaking on the phone, or even going to work can trigger the mental health issue. Now, scientists have found that the odors from other people's sweat can help treat the condition. What?
Furthermore,
Are we about to have like a pill or some kind of a inhaler that's just like it's Botox?
Oh, yeah, like a mister. Just, it's like other person's stench. Oh, I feel so much better now. Oh.
Yeah, instead of albuterol, instead of what? Albuterol.
Albuterol is a big inhaler, right?
Exactly. It's Botox is what I. The overwhelming fear of social situations typically develops during teenage years and can have long-term implications. Symptoms including feeling sick, hot flashes, trembling, or even panic attacks. However, 40% of patients underwent mindfulness therapy when researchers exposed them to human chemo, CHEMO. When you see that, generally it's chemotherapy, but chemo signals. The smelly samples came from underarm sweat of volunteers, commonly called BO or body odor. Wait, you're telling me that if you sniff BO, it can relieve social anxiety? What the hell?
well, I got another one for you. If you take your partner's stinky shirt and you sleep with it, it supposedly helps you sleep better.
That's
So-
just if they die or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, leave it to Froggy to take it to some morbid area.
Well, I'm just saying, that's right.
I remember Michelle. I remember my wife. If I was out of town, I think she used to like grab a T-shirt of mine and put it on or something.
Ew!
What?
What the heck? That's so stupid.
Hang on a minute.
What are you guys, like 15? Oh, I gotta cuddle with MJ's shirt. Give me his little shorts and his tiny shoe lifts.
Oh,
They're so
why do you have to take the same digs at me every freaking day?
I can't sleep. 'cause
I don't
it's
have
so
shoe
tight.
lifts. I'm not Tom Cruise. Hey, Michelle.
Yeah.
Hey, what was the deal? Like, if I were out of town or if I were on a trip or something, that you would want to like sleep with one of my T-shirts?
No,
Yeah, please, thank you.
that's not true.
She'd want to get rid of all of your stuff.
I mean, how important do you think you are, dude?
seriously.
Where did you come up with that?
Or well, because you used to like say, I want to.
No, I never said anything like that.
All right, hold on,
What
Michelle.
am I imagining this?
Yes.
He's describing it in past tense like he's believed it for 30 years or something. Like, oh, she sleeps with my shirt.
No, but like sometimes you'll say something like, "Oh, it
No.
smells like Todd," or "I wanted to."
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's what. So
when we dated-
hold on. Explain what that means. Go ahead.
We dated, you wore a certain deodorant, and you never wore cologne. And I forget what deodorant it was, but it had a certain scent. And that I would say, like, oh, that's like your scent. Your deodorant was your scent. And then I'd say, it smells like Todd.
See, like when my wife says something smells like me, it's not a compliment. It's like, oh, Jesus, smells
And
like
you know what?
Do you know? I mean, this is so bad. So Andrew's point is right. I know what everybody in this room smells like, to the point that one time I was talking to one of my friends outside of here, and I almost want to say, your laundry detergent is just like the guy I sit next to. Like my sense of smell is so like.
So you're saying you have a
active.
friend that has the same laundry detergent that I do?
And I almost brought it up to her. She's a new friend, but then I was like, that would be so weird. I
I'll
can't
tell
do
you right
that.
now.
Do you vomit on yourself? You
Your-
smell just like the guy who sits next to you.
Your friend has Sam's Club laundry detergent in the orange bottle.
Hey, and Michelle, before I let you go, I wasn't going to wake you up for this, but now that you're awake, I just told the folks on the show, and I told the crew here in the studio that we did the egg salad mayonnaise blind taste test.
I love that.
Heard.
Yeah, how the hell did Hellman's win?
I don't know. I really thought Duke's was going to win. I heard such great things about it. But, I like the consistency of Duke's a little better than the
Yeah,
Hellman's.
Duke's is a little more smooth and creamy, but as far as the flavor, we thought that both of the egg salads were good. We just thought that the egg salad, after a blind taste test, we thought that the egg salad made with the Hellmann's actually tasted a little better than the Duke's.
Egg salad's one of those weird things. You don't know what you're going to get. You can get terrible egg salad or you can get amazing egg salad.
I'm starving.
Yeah, egg salad can vary. All right, Michelle.
Michelle, I have a question.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Be honest,
you know what
okay?
we used to do? When we sent the dogs to the kennel, we would send them with a T-shirt.
Oh, is that
Oh,
what it was?
that's
Maybe
cute.
that's
That's
what he's
cute.
thinking, Michelle. Good
So
point.
I'm equating you with a dog in a kennel. Is that what you're saying?
Wow.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, Froggy. I'm sure it's going to be some
Go ahead,
rude
sorry.
question.
Michelle, you got to be 100% honest, okay?
Jeez. What the hell's coming?
Does MJ have shoe lifts?
Does he have what?
Like little lifts in his shoes that make him taller?
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
Ever?
Never.
Lies.
What are you calling my wife? Froggy, I said I've never worn shoe lifts.
Save it for
I
the
don't know how
birds.
those things work anyway, because doesn't your foot then come out of the shoe?
Ask Tom Cruise, I guess.
It's like a high-heeled shoe with a sneaker built around it. It's a thing.
No, never. Look, he
Yeah.
wears those New Balances every day. I could barely get him into a decent pair of shoes on
Well, I-
Saturday night.
I know what I'm getting him as a gift.
I love my 990s. All right, Michelle, I got to run.
No, me too.
Oh, we're going to a fancy place for dinner. I'll wear my black New Balances.
All right. We were just speaking about the BO thing and that body odor is reducing social anxiety. That's just bizarre to me.
Who comes up with that test?
I have no idea. However, I'll tell you what. Did you talk about sniffing strangers? What did you just say? Because this might be a great segue into the next item.
Well, it wasn't strangers. I was just saying, like, I know people by their scent. Like, if Fester has just walked down the hall, or Froggy has just walked down the hall, I know who was just in the hallway, and I don't see them. I know who was in the hallway.
Froggy's a poor example.
Well,
There's some people in this building that have like a must to them.
You know what we ought to do? We ought to blindfold Roxanne.
And smell us.
Yeah.
There's only one of
It's
three.
the MJ Morning Show sniff test.
You can smell our
And-
pits.
Yeah. Roxanne sniffs us. It's the MJ Morning Show scratch and sniff test. Can Roxanne, if she's totally blindfolded, can Roxanne just sniff us and tell us if it's MJ, Fester, Froggy, Andrew? Who in the building you think has a musty smell?
Well, you know what I mean when like somebody has a scent. Didn't you work with a guy who was really musty?
Oh, yeah. When I worked in New York, when I did mornings on WOR, Len Berman,
It consumes the room.
he smelled like a mothball closet every morning.
Like really strong, right?
Like, or an embalmed body.
What is that smell?
I don't know. It was just weird.
But there's certain people in the building that leave that scent down the hallway.
the dude was in his 70s. He was like 75 or something, and big mismatch. And he had this mothball odor. It's like every day. What's going on? Why do you smell like old closet?
It must be the clothes or something.
I
But
don't know what the hell, but every day, it didn't matter whether it was January, whether it was June. That was the deal. All right, listen to this. On American Airlines, passengers met, got drunk together in flight, and then,
nice.
something else happened. 2 American Airlines passengers met for the first time when they found themselves seated beside each other. Must have been some kind of an attraction. They both decided to order wine during drink service. They became, I guess, a little relaxed with the wine consumption.
This sounds like a love story.
They then put their feelings on display for the rest of the cabin.
Oh,
They were all over each other. In the words of the passenger seated next to them, the man started massaging the woman's feet on the American Airlines flight.
That's hot.
The so-called third wheel in the row, because most planes that we fly the most common aircraft are the Boeing 737 and the Airbus 320 family, and those are 3 and 3, 3 aisle, then another 3 seats. So the third wheel, the other person in the row, was a little more than a spectator. Apparently, the two that were getting at it in the row were leaning on this other woman, leaning over into her seat, and she was getting touched while they were groping each other under their tray tables. What the hell? So this person puts up a tweet. These people just met on the plane and decided to get drunk off wine. They were all over each other, leaning on me and my seat, that I was squished against the wall. They were literally making out, would not stop touching me, kept groping each other under the tables.
Oh, man, they were all worked up.
Yeah,
Sounds like a great flight.
Yeah, aside from bothering their seatmate, I kind of like the story. It's cute.
Cute.
Hold on. You want to witness two strangers
No, I don't want
on
kids
your
to see
next
this.
flight getting it on virtually?
Well, not like, I mean, it depends. I mean, if they're just making out.
They're making out and they're groping each other, and you got another person in the row that's getting pushed against the wall?
Join the
That
party.
part's bad.
Yeah, I'd have made a TikTok about it.
I'm sure someone did.
Yeah, the
Right?
story, this is a great one. I love this website, View from the Wing. So it's like an aviation website, and they got all kinds of just weird stories like this. And they mention that usually passengers use the lavatory, they'll, hey, meet me in the lavatory. So just a little American Airlines observation. Now, I've got 2 food stories involving cannabis. Now, one apparently was intentional, one unintentional as far as the effects. Now, the first item is a smoke shop selling THC-infused Wonka bars. Now, I got to be honest. I think Willy Wonka, I think that guy was smoking doob he was doing something.
Yeah.
Willy, what the hell drug was Willy Wonka on?
He was tripping on
He's
something.
on acid. I mean, that boat trip
Oh,
alone.
there you go. That's
Yeah.
right. I think you're right.
That boat trip was an acid trip.
Yeah.
He
It was scary.
Everybody's coming.
When they start licking the wallpaper.
Snozberries taste like snozberries.
Yeah. Try licking this wall.
there's-
Little dwarves running around.
Hey, no doubt about it. This dude totally on acid. I think you nailed it. But, before I forget, it is 8 o'clock exactly at the MJ Morning Show.
It is.
Guess what's back today?
What?
Pick your ticket. The ticket window is going to open back up. There's a new edition. No, not new edition. No,
New edition concert?
cool it now. No.
And they are coming to town, but that's not this.
I'll pick that one.
Now, pick a ticket is back today. So it's now 8 o'clock,
When is the window open?
9 o'clock. So this morning at 9 o'clock, 1 hour from right now, the window opens. It doesn't mean you can get the tickets right at 9, but the window is 9 to 9:15. So sometime this morning between 9 and 9:15, I'm going to tell you to call in, be the right number caller, and then you get to pick your ticket. And the new edition is not new edition.
Oh.
You can pick from Duran Duran, Madonna now,
Shut up.
and Kenny Loggins. So 3 different concerts, Duran Duran, Madonna, and Kenny Loggins. You get to pick your ticket. Duran Duran's June 17th. Madonna's going to be September 17th. Both those at Amalie Arena downtown. And then Kenny Loggins is going to be September 16th at the Sound in Clearwater. So you get to pick your ticket. 1 hour from now, make sure you're listening to the MJ Morning Show. You know the deal. I tell you to listen anyway. When you get out of your car, don't stop listening. Folks, stop doing that. When you get out of your car, keep listening to the show. Just put the app on your phone. You can use either the Odyssey app, AUDACY. You can use the TuneIn app. You can use the iHeart app. You can use the MyQ105 app. and you just search for Q105 Tampa, and we'll come up. So when you get out of the car, you can keep listening to the show on your phone. Or in the office, just bring us up on your desktop computer. Go to mjmorningshow.com and click on the live button. Listen live right at the top right corner of mjmorningshow.com or a smart speaker. Make sure you keep listening. So 9 to 9:15, we're going to open up the window, pick your ticket. Duran Duran, Madonna, or Kenny Loggins, and it happens in about an hour right here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, the two THC stories that I got to get to here. First of all, this was obviously intentional. You had a smoke shop that was selling Wonka bars infused with THC. Cleverly packaged, but they were unlicensed. They have been shut down. This is out of Yonkers, New York, so just outside of Manhattan. The Yonkers Police Department announced yesterday they shut down another unlawful smoke shop. The City of Yonkers Smoke Shop Task Force inspected the shop on South Broadway. A couple of good pizza shops on South Broadway. Confiscated unlicensed products being sold, these illicit cannabis items, and even unlawful synthetic cannabinoid products. Police say that many of the products they found were designed to mimic the appearance of candy, such as a THC-infused Wonka bar that came in jelly donut and M&M's flavors.
Those sound like two really good
my
flavors.
God.
I just pulled up on Google. Look at this. This is a mold where you can make your own Wonka bars.
Oh, wow. So you buy the mold and you just pour liquid chocolate in and let it cool down and harden?
It's like $32.57. They ship you this thing.
Wow, it's a whole Wonka bar mold. Look at that.
Yeah, you make 10 of them at a time or 12 of them at a time.
All right, so that's story number one. So these candies that are infused with THC, that was deliberate because people that are going to the smoke shop, they're buying these candy bars knowing that there's THC. Well, there is now a slightly different story. Can you imagine going to an ice cream shop and you don't know that you're getting all wigged up with THC in your ice cream? It's like,
how can you not know?
Because
unless somebody drugged you?
Well, I guess, that's sort of where this is heading. Several customers were sickened and then later tested positive for THC after eating ice cream at a store in New Hampshire last week. Local law enforcement and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration investigating reports of multiple people feeling ill on March 17th and 18th after consuming Angelo's Amore brand ice cream at Roots Local Cafe and Catering in Newmarket, New Hampshire. And then some tested positive for THC, the primary psychoactive component in marijuana. According to the local police, customers who felt sick checked themselves into regional hospitals, multiple symptoms including severe dizziness, weakness, exceptionally high heart rate. One of the patrons even remained in the hospital overnight for observation. Another one of the individuals that was ill was a kid. Everyone has recovered, but how the hell did the THC get into the ice cream?
That's really homemade.
Roots Local Cafe has been very cooperative in the investigation, according to the local police department. Roots Cafe is no longer getting their ice cream from Angelo Amore's, and they're did an employee, when making a batch of ice cream, put marijuana or THC? What happened?
I mean, maybe you make one bucket for your own personal consumption.
Could that have gotten confused and then it got distributed?
You put a lid on it. Before you know it, they all look alike and it gets shipped out.
Yeah, that's the only thing that could make sense.
So the Roots Cafe also noted that it did not make the ice cream. The ice cream has been removed from the store. They said, quote, "We cannot believe or understand how this happened. Angelo's Amore is no longer in business, and Roots Cafe had no part in making the ice cream. We're saddened by this news. Our deepest apologies to all involved. We promise we'll do everything in our power to make sure this never happens again." That is crazy.
Man, you know what? Hell, Urban here. More like high scream. Give me a quack on that. Because you're high.
Right. Because
And
of
then
the
it rhymes
THC.
with I
Right.
scream. Can you give me a quack for that?
Give him a quack.
Come
Just a
on.
little one.
Just lay it
That
in
wasn't
me.
bad. That
You
was
got to be. Hold on a minute.
Oh my God.
Is the quack broke?
Oh, the old quack button machine is busted.
Wow.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, I'm pushing every button. It's the quack machine is broken.
They are making big changes in Q105.
Hang on
Oh
a
my
minute.
God.
Hold on. I got to reboot the machine.
This is a travesty.
I didn't believe it until just now.
Somebody find a duck immediately.
I'm rebooting the machine.
Oh God, I can't take it.
Hey, let's see if the machine it's rebooting. Let's see if the quack
Should I redo the joke?
if the quack comes back.
No, we remember the joke.
I could, because I forgot it.
It was high screen.
High screen.
high
Yeah,
screen.
that's good. Because he was higher than a kite.
See.
Do we need to explain to listeners
What?
that might be new to the show what the hell Froggy's doing?
No.
It's back!
Yay!
You know what they
Oh,
say?
thank God.
Folks, let me give you an MJ tip. Let me give you an MJ tip that will live on for the ages. Rebooting something fixes 98% of the problems.
It does.
If you've got a
crazy.
problem with whatever it is, cable box, an appliance, computer, whatever, rebooting it fixes 98% of your problems.
Dude, about 6 months ago, the cable went out at the house. None of the streaming was working.
Yep.
I called Spectrum, waited on hold. Very friendly person answers the phone. Tell them the problem. I explained the whole thing in detail. And they're like, just turn it off and count to 20 and turn it back on.
Unplug it.
Man, no problems.
Speaking of chocolate, did you see that chocolate factory that exploded in Pennsylvania?
All right.
Yeah.
There's so many jokes.
And they're like, oh, the explosion's under investigation. I don't need an investigation. It was a freaking gas line. It was a gas explosion. Something happened. There was a natural gas rupture in the place, and the thing went kaboom. That was Roxanne, did you see the video of this thing?
I think I did.
Hang on. You either saw it or you didn't.
No, because Doug will hold up things and show me stuff, and sometimes I glance over and sometimes I don't. Like if he
All right,
tells
can
me
you
a
just give me a
story.
straight answer here?
I think I glanced
Did you
over.
see it
Yeah.
or not? This is insane.
Now, is this where they make those little Palmer like chocolate boxes?
R.M. Palmer and Company, and I guess they're famous for making hollow Easter bunnies.
Yeah, that's where I know where they're from. They sell them in the Dollar Tree.
Oh, they've been around for like 100 years or so. A long time. This company's been around.
It's like,
Aren't they holding a little candy flower
it's
sometimes?
like the crappiest of the chocolates.
It's not good.
Is it not like high quality?
Well, you don't
No.
want a hollow bunny, really.
I mean, no.
So
Palmer's,
much wasted stuff.
somebody gives you a Palmer Easter bunny, they don't really love
But
you.
that is, if you haven't seen the video of the explosion is intense. And sadly, I saw that the death toll has climbed. Did they say like 7 are dead now? I mean, it's a terrible story.
Yeah, originally they said 5, and now it's 7.
The Fox TV station in Philadelphia, I think it's Fox 29 in Philly, this happened in Reading, Pennsylvania, about 60 miles outside of Philadelphia. And Fox 29 in Philly, they had a weather camera set up on a building like right across the street. And the Fox weather camera caught the building explode. And you talk about something blowing up the kingdom come. What does that mean? Where the hell did that expression come from?
Kingdom Come?
Blown up the kingdom come. What does that mean?
Well,
Kingdom Come it's like heaven, so it's blown up to the skies.
Is that what it is?
Nope, just made it up.
Is that a Hal Herman?
No. Hal Herman left.
Good.
once had a priest who referred to heaven as kingdom come. And
Oh, kingdom come is Froggy's 100% correct.
Oh my God.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm such a good
It
liar.
means kingdom come is a noun, and it means the next world, also
Yes.
heaven.
All right, well, there you have it.
I had this like Irish father. He's like, and someday we'll all be in kingdom come.
Well,
and I'm
yeah.
like,
Even
this
a
is
blind
so-
squirrel finds his ass once a day.
All right. If Florida has
That's
the
not
worst.
how that goes. A blind squirrel finds a nut.
Oh, so finds his ass.
I don't need to belabor on what state has the worst drivers. I think we can all agree
It's Florida.
it is Florida.
Yeah, of course.
Florida has the worst drivers, and I attribute that to Florida attracts humanity from all over the country.
And that's why, like, each major northern city has a driving style that everybody gets.
Yeah.
And then people from around the country move to Florida, and it's just like a hodgepodge
Good
of
assessment.
driving styles.
We've got the road ragers. We have a bad collection of
Snowbirds.
Listen, it's everything. Some of the road rage, some of the really reckless drivers that you see. Florida's awful. I've seen just about everything on the roads here in Florida. So, yes, Florida is the worst state as far as drivers, worse than the country. But what city in Florida has now been designated as having the worst drivers? So the worst drivers in the country and clearly the worst drivers in the state. In Florida, what city do you think it is? Roxanne, please place your guess on the table.
The city with the worst drivers in the state of Florida.
Well, and the country.
And the country has got to be Miami.
Oh.
That is wrong.
But, try to go down there and not know where you're going and be on the interstates, and it's terrifying. Everybody's fast.
That would have been my guess. So that is not a bad guess. I would have concurred until I saw this new information, but Miami driving is the worst.
I have a guess.
Southern Broward County and into Miami, it is awful. I think the Tampa Bay area is terrible, but for me, Miami and Broward, it's a whole different world over there. The drivers are awful. Roxanne, excellent guess, but incorrect. Froggy, what is your guess? Worst drivers in the state of Florida and the country are where?
Fort Myers.
Fort Myers?
I think it's,
that is incorrect. Why would you say Fort Myers?
Well, I'm trying to think of like where the purple hair or the blue hairs live. It's got to be somewhere like that, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of old people in Fort Myers.
Like where there's a lot of old people just crashing into each other.
Old people love to go to Fort Myers.
I think the density is more like Palm Beach County over.
Okay.
Well, then that's my guess. Palm Beach County.
Or over Fort Myers.
Yeah.
No, both are incorrect. All right, Fester, do you have a guess before we go to Andrew and the final guess?
Levy County, Florida.
Levy County.
I have no idea.
Why would you say that?
Because I have no idea. And I thought the funniest name is Levy County.
The funniest name is.
Think of a funnier.
I think Alachua. What is it?
Alachua.
Alachua. I think that's hilarious.
How about Alachua?
I think Roxanne saying Alachua is the funniest.
Well, we know the funniest one.
Andrew, have you seen the story?
I have.
Oh, so you got to disqualify yourself. So you're going to recuse. That's the word I'm looking for. So recuse. All right, here's the answer.
A popka.
Is that funny? Is that a funny place too?
Yeah.
Is Titicaca a place?
Froggy, stop with your superfluous. Really?
Or is it a lake?
Now,
is it Two Eggs, Florida?
No.
That's a real town,
by the way. A popka, I believe that's where the very personable Warren Sapp is from.
Yes.
No, it is not a popka.
Can the town of Apopka shake that? It's been like a while.
The worst drivers in the country and in the state of Florida are in Jacksonville.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Brand new survey. Jacksonville is home to the worst drivers in the United States. Brand new survey out. The study cites the average number of driving deaths per 100,000 residents. In Jacksonville, it's 10.9 each year. It's 165% more than the national average. That makes Jacksonville the city with the worst drivers.
Because of the percentage of dead people?
Well, they're extrapolating the fact that the number of highway fatalities based on 100,000 residents, that Jacksonville is 165% more than the national average. Jacksonville also has 120 days of rainfall a year, 11 days more than the national average. Conditions are less safe. But listen, I got to believe that road rage and just a bunch of, yahoos up there driving around, not very well, probably contributes to that as well.
Isn't Jacksonville a ridiculously large city?
It's huge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The actual
Very
city,
spread out.
as far as square miles, it's the
largest city in Florida.
I think it might be one of the largest cities in the United States because of actual area.
Okay.
If you're in a swimming pool and you smell the strong smell of chlorine, what should you do? What should you do?
Get out.
Exactly.
Really?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I know why you smell chlorine.
What you're smelling at the pool is not actually chlorine. If you smell what you think is heavy chlorine, they say get out of the pool. It's not chlorine.
Guess what it is, guys?
Well, go ahead, Roxanne.
I know what it is.
Go ahead.
What
It's
is
pee.
really?
It's pee. It's the urine mixing with the chlorine, right, MJ?
No.
Oh. Really?
Where'd you come up
You
with
sounded
this?
so confident.
Roxanne was like our authority on whizzing in pools all of
No,
a
it's
sudden.
just-
I thought for sure.
No.
I have heard
It's
what?
the pee. I guarantee it. It's the pee.
I have to Google this
It's
because
pee.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Sounds right.
The smell, which you can call chlorine at the swimming pool, is not. It's just the cleaning agent chlorine. In fact, if it smells too strongly of chlorine, it might be a good idea to get out of the pool entirely. Chlorine doesn't actually give off the distinctive pool smell, although chlorinated water can have a slight chemical odor that can be smelled in pools without good ventilation. Chloramines, on the other hand, do, and are produced when the chlorine reacts with ammonia from sweat, body oils, and urine of pool users.
That's exactly what I just said.
But
It's a hodgepodge of stuff,
it's not just
that.
pee.
Well,
So
I am reading something right now on.
pee's a portion, but it's not the whole thing. It's just it's humanity waiting in the water and makes you want to get into a big old wave pool with 500 other people, doesn't it?
Big headline
Yeah.
on NPR. Strong smell of pool chlorine is actually urine plus chlorine.
Well, they add sweat, body oils, and just urine is one of the
Yeah.
components. So, according to the experts, if you smell heavy chlorine or what you perceive to be chlorine, get out. get out of the pool, whatever you do. Fester, can you tell me why you sent me an email last night that reads, I need your help. I think I need a metal scrapper. I need to unload a washing machine.
All right, well, I don't need to unload the
Hold
washing
on.
machine, but I do need. I need a friend who's a metal scrapper.
You need a friend?
Go to the dump.
Dude, you're the
I
one
don't
who
have a-
says that you dump everything behind Big Lots.
Right, but I am no longer an owner of a truck to do that. I can't put a washing machine in the back of my new Cadillac. And
Why do you have an abandoned washing machine or a washing machine that needs to be dumped?
I have an abandoned file cabinet, like a heavy-duty metal file cabinet.
Yeah.
And my neighbor, Johnny, saw that I put it on the curb, and he's like, hey, dude, do you have somebody coming for that? I'm like, nope, I'm just putting it out here hoping somebody comes by and takes it.
Did you put like a free sign?
No, but if you put like a piece of metal something on your curb, it's like the international sign for scrappers to take it. And Johnny tells me, well, I got a washing machine. And I was like, put it out on the curb too. Let's smug up the whole.
Does Johnny have a pickup truck?
I got a truck.
He's busy. He's working.
Does Johnny have a truck?
Johnny has a truck.
Well, there
Who's
you go.
Johnny, really?
So why,
Who's Johnny?
So
Johnny's busy. Johnny's a busy man.
who's Johnny?
They say
Listen.
and smile in a special
God.
way.
Who's
That's such a
Johnny?
good movie.
Listen, we need a scrapper. I need the Lutz scrapper.
That your perennial dumping site is right behind Big Lots?
Yes, I told him that.
And?
Well, listen, it's a big boxy. It's a big appliance. He's like, do you know a scrapper? And I put the file cabinet out. So I just need to know a scrapper who can come by the neighborhood today and just pick up some metal.
I think I might have one.
You
for
have a scrapper?
Maybe.
Roxanne?
What, are people texting in?
No, I might know one.
How about if you know of one, 813-310-8444.
Okay,
you're a
that's easier.
If you're a scrapper, send me a
Hold-
text.
Is the file cabinet still at your house?
God, your house
Hold
looks
on,
like
did-
Sanford and
did-
Son.
I mean, it was
Did
this morning.
anyone take the
No,
file cabinet?
As of this morning at 5:15 when I left, the washing machine was on Johnny's side. The file cabinet was on my side.
What is your neighborhood, Sanford?
hate
and-
us. They
it's-
hate us.
It's like Sanford and Son.
Dude, between me and Johnny, we are the two most hated neighbors, and we don't give a squat. We don't. I think we closed down the HOA in in our neighborhood.
What do you mean you closed it?
Like all the old geezers who were, started the HOA years ago.
Yeah, you mean trying to keep the neighborhood nice and pristine while you guys ruin it?
They're like, it's a $50 a year HOA and it's optional. Like, optional. I'm never paying it. See you later.
Hey, and what do you think of the filing cabinet in front of my house for 3 weeks?
So
What the hell?
I just need a scrapper. Listen, I'm not. There's no joke here. There's no punchline. If you're a scrapper and you'd like to get your hands on a sweet heavy duty file cabinet and a broken ass washer off of Johnny's front yard, call me or just send me a text. What's the number, Froggy?
813-310-8444. You know your number.
I know my number, but I like to hear you say it. Thank you, MJ. Thank you. You've done my community a great service.
Apparently, it's coming shortly. I've been waiting to find out when it was going to happen. I've been waiting to find out when it will disappear. When will it happen? Hold on. Andrew, you're tilting your head over there like my dog, seemingly knowing what I'm talking about. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
None whatsoever.
Guys, anyone in the room, if I say it's coming, this has been teased. We've been taunted with this, but apparently it is just days away. It is going to disappear. It's going to go bye-bye, and I'm not paying. Any idea, Fester?
I know.
What,
I've been saying that about my mole on my butt for a while.
That's not going anywhere unless you lance it.
If Fester and Roxanne know, guys, say it at the same time.
Okay.
And hold on. In 3, 2, 1.
Mint flavored preparation H.
Fester, what did you say?
I said mint flavored preparation H.
Why would it be mint flavored? Nobody eats it.
Roxanne,
You don't?
And Roxanne, I think I heard. What did you say?
The answer is blue check or blue star off of Twitter or the blue check off of Twitter.
It's the blue check off of Twitter.
Right.
Yeah.
People are squelching as Elon Musk wants to charge a monthly fee on to be blue certified.
Well, anyone now. So the blue check, it verified accounts primarily of note. So it thwarted impersonation because I'll give you an example in a minute. But you've got celebrities, all kinds of accounts of people. I've had people try to impersonate me on Twitter, and I had to shut them down. I contacted Twitter security, and I said, this person's trying to impersonate me. The blue check was handed out by Twitter for personalities, celebrities, news organizations, just operations where you want to believe in the veracity of the account, that you know it's the real deal. I've been blue check Twitter verified since 2011. My blue check showed up. It just showed up. I never requested it. It just showed up. And it happened only a short time after I joined Twitter. I joined Twitter like in, I think, March of 2011. And very shortly after it, a blue check just appeared. And I was verified because I was the real deal. So now Elon Musk, who ridiculously overpaid for Twitter, $44 billion. They call Elon Musk a genius? Not on my planet. Now, here's the deal. Paid $44 billion. Did you see what he said earlier this week? He said that Twitter is now valued at like $20 billion.
Ouch.
Less than half of what he paid for. Right. And what did we say in the beginning? We said that $44 billion was a gross overpayment for Twitter. Twitter wasn't worth $44 billion. Are you kidding me? Well, Elon Musk has to scramble to try to make money, and part of that is charging, what, $8, $9, whatever it is, $8 a month, whatever the number is, to be verified. But the issue is that any Yahoo, anyone can go get verified. So what the hell is the purpose of a verification check? I'm not going to pay for it.
It's just going to show that you're desperate enough to pay for it.
Exactly.
It's kind of lame.
Guess what? My blue check is going to go away. What I did is I screenshot my blue check, my at symbol, and my blue check.
Right.
I screenshotted.
Shotted?
I took a screenshot.
Right.
Just sounds odd. I took a screenshot and I put that up as the wallpaper or whatever not my profile picture in the circle. I screenshotted
the background photo?
Yeah, the background photo.
Wallpaper
so
photo?
I took that and I put that up on top. So I wonder if they're going to like erase that as well. So I'm just going to point that I use Twitter very infrequently. I'm really about done with Twitter because Twitter's really become kind of just a toxic cesspool.
What is it? Is it that easy to get one on Instagram too?
No. I can't get certified in Instagram.
No, I have a friend who has 1,000 followers who just got a blue check. I don't understand.
What do they do?
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense. But here's the deal. Instagram is also going to start charging. So Zuckerberg is now saying that anyone that wants to be verified on Instagram, that coming soon, you're going to be able to buy your verification. Well, that negates the purpose because anyone can buy. When they start selling verification on Instagram, I'm not buying that either. Screw it. I'm not buying it. And then with Twitter, my blue check mark, which is a legitimate legacy verified account, it's going to disappear. And it's going to happen in days. The word is it's going to disappear in early April. But here's the deal. You've got a whole bunch of... Fester, can you please stop and pay attention to the show and stop?
I'm on Elon Musk's Twitter right now.
Right.
And he posted the funniest thing I've ever seen 2 days ago.
And what is that?
It's deleted scenes from King Kong the movie, right? And it's a comic strip sketch, and it shows King Kong climbing the Empire State Building. And then it shows the one office...
where his wang is pressed against the window. And really, Elon Musk?
Oh, I love this guy.
That guy's like, wait, what?
Look, this is hysterical.
Dude, Elon Musk is erratic.
I love him.
He's erratic, too.
All right. So imagine King Kong climbing the Empire State Building.
There was some window.
And there's some window where his crotch is pressed against the window, and it's a picture of King Kong's wang.
A bunch of people trying to have an office.
This is Elon Musk. That's what he tweets out.
Having their weekly sales meeting, and then there's King Kong's junk pressed against your window.
I'm never buying a Tesla.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you right. I will never buy a Tesla. I will never get on one of his rockets.
Oh, dude, I'll never.
And guess what? I'm never paying for my blue check on Twitter, but it's going to disappear. But here's the deal. Celebrities are also balking at this. I saw a story from the Associated Press. William Shatner, Monica Lewinsky, and other high-profile, prolific Twitter commentators.
Monica Lewinsky's very active on Twitter.
Really?
She comments on a lot of things, and she puts a lot of stuff.
Monica Lewinsky's got a very, very good point. So all the celebrities that don't pay could soon be losing the blue check. The word is it's going to happen in April. And I read early April, if you don't sign up for what they call Twitter Blue, your blue check mark is going away. But this is why this is important here. It's because a number of celebrities are saying, I'm not paying.
Why would they?
They shouldn't. William Shatner apparently says, I'm not paying.
I will not pay.
William Shatner, and I guess the blue, it's $11 a month. I thought it was $8.99. So I get, $11 a month? That's even worse. Longtime users like William Shatner have balked at paying the premium. After months of delay, Musk is gleefully promising that in early April, and some reports are saying that he claims it's Saturday. And what is Saturday? Saturday is?
April Fool's.
April 1st, April Fool's Day.
Oh,
so is that real or fake? That the blue
fake.
That the blue check mark. No, but seriously, they have said for a long time the blue check marks are going away if you don't pay $11 a month or whatever the story is. Now, you've got various celebrities that are saying, listen, I'm not paying. I'll give you an example. So listen to these big celebrities. Beyonce has yet to pay the premium fee. Stephen King, the horror author, and Stephen King, he spends a lot of time down in Sarasota, doesn't he?
I don't know.
Barack and Michelle Obama have not paid, apparently. Taylor Swift, Tucker Carlson, Drake. Those are just some of the examples. William Shatner says, why would I pay for something that has been free for all of these years? I'm in the same boat.
So Monica Lewinsky put an image up of her Twitter account with the blue check.
Oh, I see what it is.
And then right below, it's another person who has a different spelling and has a different Twitter handle that says Monica Lewinsky.
And it's verified.
And it's verified. It's a man.
See, that's the point. Monica Lewinsky of Bill Clinton crotch fame.
Yeah, we know.
Monica Lewinsky, she's making the point that she has tons of impersonators on Twitter, and some of her impersonators have already purchased a blue check mark. So that is ridiculous.
So the blue check mark doesn't get you anything.
It doesn't mean
Just be the real person, and you're fine. You don't need it.
I
You don't
heard
need a blue
Monica
check mark.
Lewinsky was quoted as saying, "This sucks."
She said this blows.
blows.
She said the fact that I might.
Oh, I read the quote.
Yeah, this blows.
No, but Monica's really active on Twitter. Somebody put like a Twitter poll, like, what's the worst career advice you ever got?
Oh, really?
And Monica Lewinsky was like the first person. She's like, a White House internship would look great on your resume.
Oh, the difference, by the way, between $8 and $11. I knew I had heard 8, and then I read 11. So it'll be $8 a month for web users and $11 a month for iPhone and iPad users.
What?
So, they got to charge you more to be verified on an iPhone? What the hell?
This is
And-
their. Oh,
What about Android? I'm an Android user. What about that?
That's $25.
Somebody want to explain that? Hey, folks, keep listening to the show. Keep listening, because in half an hour, the window opens. We have your chance for round 2 of Pick Your Ticket. So the MJ Morning Show ticket window is going to open at 9, and between 9 and 9:15, we're going to tell you exactly when to call in. Be the right number caller, you get to pick your ticket. Duran Duran, now Madonna has been added, or Kenny Loggins. So 3 tickets, you get to pick your ticket, coming up in minutes at 9 o'clock. So keep listening, and between 9 and 9:15, I'll tell you exactly when to call in. So I'm telling you right now, when we get back here on next week, when we get back is my blue check mark going to be gone? And it's going to be gone. So the one next to my actual that's where the blue check sits. I took the screenshot, and the blue check in my at Twitter handle, that's up on the top of my Twitter account. But I'm not paying. I'm telling you right now that I'm not going to pay. If Instagram is going to charge for blue check, I don't care. The deal is that a blue check should be to verify a real individual so they're not impersonated. And I agree with the celebrities. I'm not paying. So my blue check's probably going to go away, and I'm not buying one from Instagram either.
Should we have like a funeral for your blue check, or like a remembrance?
You know what? A memorial service.
I can highlight Boys to Men. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Boys to Men come sing like a little eulogy song to it.
We could put like a little tiny casket and put it in there.
It's so hard.
Yeah, to say goodbye to yesterday. You know what?
Say goodbye.
You know, we ought to have a memorial service when my blue check mark goes away.
It'll be a sad day.
It will. A blue day.
Yeah. Nice. I like it.
It'll be very blue. Here we go.
Say goodbye.
Oh, I dread the day.
To my blue check
It's like, you're
from Twitter.
The good times.
I had some good times, blue check. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
What were you going to say, Frog?
I was gonna say that. I forgot.
Were you going to say
Your
something?
horrible singing threw me off. Yeah. It's like when you know that someone's sick and eventually it's gonna happen. You know that it's gonna happen.
It's coming.
Right.
It's going to happen to all of us.
It's gonna
Now-
be, I'm talking about the blue check mark.
There is a report, moving along. There is a report that Tom Brady is now in the dating game again. Is that true? Has he been spotted with anybody?
You tell me.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm asking, because there's a report, Page 6 reported yesterday that Tom Brady is now, quote unquote, dating around after the Gisele Bündchen marriage collapse and the divorce. Now, a source told Page 6 that Tom Brady is now dating around. He's shopping.
That's literally probably all he has to do is shop.
I
Be
mean,
like, all right, let's see here. Which Instagram thought am I going to hang out with today?
No. Yes, you. Okay, come over now.
How does that guy even date?
Yeah.
Reports are that he's eligible and he's actually out and about, and he is dating. A representative for Tom Brady, though, did not respond to requests for a comment. Of course, Brady has a couple of kids with Bündchen, and then he also has Jack, and Jack is 15. Jack was with the other ex, Bridget Moynihan, who he had dated for 2 years. Do you know in 2002 that Tom Brady was linked to Tara Reid and also former Playboy playmate Layla Roberts? I didn't know
He had
that.
quite a run in his
But
single days.
How soon before we actually hear who Tom Brady? Do you think? Listen, this is important. Do you think Tom Brady is going to go for like a well-known celebrity name date, or is Tom Brady going to date just regular nice people?
Well known.
I still think him and Rachel Dratch will make the best couple.
Yeah.
You stop.
She's hot.
I mean,
How's he
she's
gonna
funny.
fi-
funny.
She
She's
is.
funny.
How's he going to find someone who really loves him just for
What does
him?
he just go to Applebee's and sit at the bar by himself? I'm just meet some ladies.
Maybe he gets some like, meeting women tips from Tiger Woods. They're friends, right?
Yeah.
You hang out at the Perkins.
What do you think about piercing the ears of a 2-week-old infant?
Dude, it happens right away.
yeah.
I know some people, I mean, it's like you get the baby home, first trip, boom, pierce them.
Yeah, a lot of cultures do it very soon.
I got my wiener clipped when I was born. What's the big deal?
Come on, Froggy, why is
I mean, what's the
everything
difference?
Why is every single thing that you? Why is
It's
everything
not every
wiener-
single thing. You're sitting there saying an earlobe hurts, fester. When you were a kid, what happened to you?
Slap.
That
Slice it right off.
snapped. Guess what? Please pierce my ear instead.
This is a wiener-centric show.
I mean, I'm just,
No, I don't want it
Roxanne.
to be. Right.
I can't believe you said that.
I mean,
Froggy.
when you talk about the horrific body-changing things you can do to a child very, very early, I'm not that offended by ear piercing.
Yeah.
Froggy's got the ween team going on over here. It's Froggy that does the. So here's the deal.
I have no problem with this.
Guess what? A body modification individual, so somebody that does piercings, a lot of times, tattoo parlors do the piercings as well.
All right, I don't know
But-
that a body modification person and a person who does ear piercings are the same thing.
All right, listen to this. Well, they do, because
Okay.
a guy that says he's a body modification technician, he refused to do a baby's earlobes. He claims that a baby was brought to the store. This actually happened in the UK. It's a dude by the name of Adam Price. And Adam, who claims to be a body modification artist, he says that a 2-week-old baby was brought to him and the parents wanted the ears pierced on the baby. And he said, no.
Okay, great.
They brought a little girl in, and he said, no, I'm not going to pierce the ears of a 2-week-old infant.
Yeah, he'll fork tongue a 28-year-old. But he won't pierce a baby. Okay, I don't have an issue with piercing a two-week-old baby.
Well, there's a difference between an adult making a stupid decision, on their own accord versus a baby. Should we go to phones on this? You know what? I do. I want to go to phones on this. All right, quickly. I don't have a lot of time here. Let's go to phones. What are your thoughts on piercing a baby's ears at 2 weeks old or very quickly? Hey, let me hear from parents. If you're a mom or you're a dad, did you pierce your baby's ears at a very young age? So, and if they do that, if you pierce, then you got to put a little stud in there or else the hole's going to close up.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think how many infants I've seen with earrings.
Start looking. You'll see a lot of babies with little gold studs in there.
Let's go to phones. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Is it acceptable to pierce a baby's ear? This is not for the tickets yet. The ticket window doesn't open up for 20 more minutes at 9 o'clock. Look at the phones. Probably all people calling for tickets.
See,
Yeah, hey,
window's
I'll
stuck
take
closed.
Madonna. All right, so I want to know. Let's go to phones. Is it acceptable? I don't think it's cool to pierce a 2-week-old baby's ears.
A lot of people want to do that so that people know it's a girl.
Oh, is that another thing?
Yeah.
That's true. Because you can't tell when they're bald and ugly, when they're like
Yeah,
almost like a larva.
round-faced. And
He's so cute. It's a she.
Look
I
at
had
the
so many
baby.
people. My kids were called boys all the time until they were like,
Well, they still look like boys, to be quite honest. I'm kidding.
Are you kidding me? Your daughters are beautiful.
I'm joking. Your daughters
Beautiful
are very feminine looking.
okay,
Good.
that
She's
didn't
mad
help.
now.
That
She's
didn't help
gonna
at all.
kill me.
That didn't help at all. Well, you're
okay.
Don't mess with Mama Bear.
Look at the
Be
phones.
nice. Be
I'm
nice.
kidding around. Look at the phones. Your daughters are very, very beautiful little kids.
covering it
All
up,
right,
yeah.
so let's. Oh,
They're
you think I'm
healthy,
trying
they're
to
healthy.
what?
I said they're healthy. You know, that's what we just.
All right.
So, yeah, MJ, it's all moms, it looks like, calling in.
Yeah, we got a lot of calls rolling in. Let me go right to phones on this. I don't think it's cool, and I support the body modification Adams decision to turn away a couple that brought in their 2-week-old baby. and said, no, I'm not going to pierce the ears. All right, 800-990-1047. Let's go to, is it Mari? Mari is in Lutz. Hey, Mari.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Am I pronouncing, is it Mari?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. All right, Mari, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Well, thank you. Well, I did have my daughter's ears pierced when she was two weeks old, and it was done by a pediatrician in Puerto Rico.
Okay, and you did it for what reason? To let people know that it was a girl, or is it traditional? What is it?
It's probably traditional. My peers probably were pierced when I was a baby. My sister pierced.
All right.
Pretty much everybody in Puerto Rico get it pierced early, and guys get their things nipped. And
we
the girls
know.
get the earrings pierced.
Well, some get snipped, some don't get snipped. Mari, thanks for listening. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Have a great day.
Hey, make sure you keep listening. We're going to open up the ticket window in like 18 minutes, okay?
I am ready. I'm ready. I'm going to try.
So, Mari,
Again.
if you were to be the right caller, would you pick Duran Duran, Madonna, or Kenny Loggins?
I'm between Madonna and Duran Duran.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, good luck.
You still have some time to decide.
Zoe, and folks, beginning at 9 o'clock. So sometime between 9 and 9:15, keep listening. Between 9 and 9:15, we'll let you call in, be the right caller. You get to pick your ticket. Let's grab Zoe in Tampa. Hey, Zoe, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, MJ. How are you? Good morning.
We are well. So, pierced ears, where do you stand on little babies?
So I actually got my daughter's ears pierced whenever she was 6 weeks old. So right after her first appointment with the doctor, 6 weeks, they actually cleared her and they said it was okay for me to pierce her ears. So I just did it early and got it out the way.
How old's your daughter now?
She's 18 now.
Wow. And are the ears, I would imagine she probably has multiple piercings now, right?
Actually, she doesn't. She only has just her ears pierced, and she had a nose piercing, but she took it out. But other than that, she don't have any more piercings.
Zoe, thanks for the call. Have a great one. Cindy is in, look at the phones. Yeah. Cindy, it's all women. It's all moms. Cindy and Ruskin. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, MJ. How are you this morning?
We are well. Tell us about baby ear piercings.
Well, my kids were done when they were probably about 6 months old, my two girls. But I went to a pediatrician, and they told me that you have to wait till the earlobes are stable before you pierce them because they could be uneven, they can grow differently. So I waited until my pediatrician said it was okay, and he did it.
Got a lot of moms here, a lot of young kids. Hey, maybe I'm off base here.
So you think 2 weeks is too early, though, Cindy?
Oh, hang on. I hung up on Cindy.
Yeah, she waited 6 months.
Yeah.
They do look adorable.
Iza's in Tampa. Isa, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning. How are you guys?
We are well. Did I pronounce your name right?
You did perfectly.
Fantastic. All right, so tell us about baby piercings.
So I myself was pierced when I was born. Both of my earlobes. So was my daughter.
When you were born? Well, how quickly after you're born were you pierced?
So you can actually do it. So they're born, you get all your testing done and whatnot, and within, the end of the day.
Hold on, the same day you were born, you had your ears? Really?
The day I was born.
Where did it happen? Where were you born? Where?
No, I was actually born in Pakistan. So going back to what Roxanne said, it's very common in certain cultures.
Wow.
So over there, every baby is born pretty much, to be honest, boy or girl.
Wow.
It'll be done.
Thank you, Isa. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Have a great day. I got to
you.
go through these quickly here because I don't want to get too late. Barbara's in Brandon. Man, I tell you what, lots of moms piercing baby. Barbara, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning. I had my girls both pierced when they were 2 weeks old by their doctor, which was actually in the old days, he was a GP, and he delivered babies and he did everything.
Wow.
He pierced them when they were 2 weeks old. He was going to do them in the hospital. With the first one, I forgot to take the earrings. And the second one, she was born what they call sunny side up, so he waited for the 2 weeks.
Barbara, thanks for the call. All right, too quickly here. Let me grab Hannah's on the Suncoast Parkway. Hannah, MJ Morning Show, piercings, did you do it at a very young age?
I did. My daughter is 16 now, and she had her ears pierced by her pediatrician, I would say by 6 weeks old at most. And it seems to be the pretty common thing that it's offered to do it then so that they don't have pain and they don't bother it.
All right, thanks for the call. All right, last one. So I guess it's a thing. You know, Chloe didn't get her ears pierced until I think she was like 12 or 13 when Michelle let her get her ears pierced. Carissa in Port Richey, final call on this. Carissa, tell us about piercing babies.
That's a no. It's a negative.
Wow, the final call. The only call.
Well, my husband was absolutely not until they're older, and I agree too. We let them make their own decision. So I have two girls. I think one was like 10 and one was like 7 when they did it.
Thanks for the call. So the final call, no baby. So it was much later on.
I wish I did my daughter at a younger age.
And if you're just tuning in, the reason that we talked about this, what precipitated the story, is I saw a little piece on a body modification expert that refused to do a 2-year-old baby.
2 weeks.
I'm sorry. Refused to do a 2-week-old baby. You're right. That was brought into the shop. Said, no, I'm not piercing a 2-week-old. So that's why we brought this thing up. All right, folks, we're back in a minute. We start another long 30-minute chunk of the MJ Morning Show next in minutes. And also the ticket window opens up momentarily. In the next 13 minutes, at 9 o'clock, the window opens up. Listen, and we'll tell you when to call in to win your choice of Duran Duran, Madonna, or Kenny Loggins concert tickets. It'll happen sometime between 9 and 9:15, so keep listening to the MJ Morning Show. I want to introduce... MJ Morning Show on Q105. Oh, my goodness. I just saw this. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news on the MJ Morning Show. Wow. Now, if I give you an audio hint, and then we got to get into Roxanne, a little personal issue. Roxanne told me, so I didn't think she'd have a problem talking about it on the show, because anything mentioned, as far as I'm concerned, is fair game on the program.
Will be held against you.
So, breaking news on the MJ Morning Show. If I were to play this sound effect. All right, listen. You guys know what this is, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, I know what that is.
Of course, that's the instrumental of...
Hit the gas instead of the brake. Another old fart makes a big mistake.
If we have breaking news and then I'm playing that, and if I add a couple of other clue-like elements like celebrity car crash and an update, does anything recently come to mind?
Celebrity car crash and update.
I just gave you a whole bunch of clues.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Froggy.
Who's the woman that died and was dead and then lifted and then came back up like a zombie?
And then died?
Anne Heche.
No.
Anne Heche.
What? Who
Okay.
else? Who else?
I know. Does the person known for having a large you-know-what?
What?
Shaq got an accident?
What are you saying?
Pete Davidson.
You referring to his wing? You talking about his wing?
No, it's
Pete
not.
Davidson was involved in a car crash recently.
He was gonna hit the gas
Right.
instead of the brake.
That's true. So we did a story a couple of weeks back.
I heard his junk hit the gas on accident.
Pete Davidson was driving with his date of the week or whatever the hell it is.
All right,
He's
so
got a new girlfriend every 9 seconds.
I totally thought Roxanne was talking about Dick Van Dyke because he was in a car accident last week as well. And I was like, why are we talking about the 97-year-old like that?
Fester, that is correct.
You're correct.
Okay.
It is. We have an update on Dick Van Dyke.
I thought it was Pete Davidson the way you kept going on
No,
about it.
we're
Okay.
talking about another Dick, okay? We're talking about Dick Van Dyke.
The original Dick.
The worst name in the history of Hollywood.
All right, so Dick Van Dyke.
How's he not canceled?
97 years old.
God, is he old as hell?
Now, you remember what happened to Dick Van Dyke? Was it last week or a week and a half ago? Dick Van Dyke smashed into the gates, I guess, of his community where he lives in Malibu, lost control of his car, and smashed into the gate in Malibu. Guess what the update is?
He died.
The car actually made a sound, chitty, chitty, bang, bang.
No,
before it
no.
crashed.
Dick Van Dyke is still alive at 97.
What?
Not that
He
far.
hasn't gone to heaven at 97. He's still alive and kicking.
He saw Mary Tyler Moore for a split second.
His much younger wife just took his car keys away.
Dude, have you seen his wife?
Yeah, his wife's like 52 or something, right?
She's
wife's
a young pup.
Wife's almost like 50 years younger than him. How old
There's
is his
videos
wife?
of them dancing on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he can still move.
Oh, she's 51. I was close. The wife is nearly half his age.
But she has an old lady name.
51.
Arlene.
I'm going to marry a younger woman, but it's going to have like a 90-year-old name. Yeah. So the wife took the car, according to reports, legendary actor Dick Van Dyke's wife has confiscated his car keys after he lost control and smashed into the front gate in his Malibu, California community.
Hit the gas instead of the brake. Another old fart
There
makes
you
a
go.
big mistake.
Like Dick Van Dyke. So breaking news on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, incidentally, the ticket window's now open. It's 9 o'clock. So sometime between now and 9:15, we're going to tell you to call in. We're going to tell you what number caller to be. And if you are that caller, you get to pick your ticket. You get to choose between Duran Duran and Amelie on June 17th, Madonna and Amelie on September 7th, and then Kenny Loggins on September 16th. Oh, you know what? Earlier I think I said Madonna September 17th. But it's September 7th is
7th.
Madonna. So stand by to pick your ticket. I'll tell you when to call in. Don't call yet. So folks are calling. Don't call yet. Just keep listening. I'll tell you when to call in and what number caller to be. It'll happen between now and 9:15 guaranteed. So Roxanne, something on a little personal note, but there's more to the story that you want to tell us?
Yeah, there's a lot more to that story. Are you talking about what I said in reaction to our ear piercing segment about babies and pain?
Nope.
And my child, what she had to get?
Nope.
Then I have no idea what you're talking about.
Roxanne, I said on the beginning of the Cher song a few minutes ago, I said, hey, do you mind if I talk about something personal?
Yes. Everything is a riddle with you. But the thing that I brought up...
I'm the Riddler.
I mean, I don't remember what I brought up that was personal aside from I told you my baby had to get a spinal tap when she was born.
You sent me an email last night.
Oh, well, why didn't you tell me
give her
that?
a clue. We talk about all kinds of things.
What did you have done yesterday?
I had a mammogram.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it says, I know how to get them to tell me the results prior to hearing from my doc. Now, typically, when you go for an x-ray, you go for a CAT scan, you go for an MRI, and listen, those technicians that do the scans, you don't have to be a radiologist.
Exactly.
Anyone that's been doing imagery for a long time, they know when something pops up.
100%.
They know. For instance, I'll give you an example. When I had kidney stones, and I had kidney stones back in 2019, and my God, that was miserable. I visited 2 hospitals, but I was up in New York back then, and one I went to Mount Sinai. And that was up at 100th Street and Madison Avenue. That place was a zoo. In fact, there was a recent story how people were peeing on the floor. Do you remember seeing that? There was a recent story in the last week about what a disaster Mount Sinai. I know. I lived it. I went in with kidney stones just to get an IV pain drip because it was so miserable. I was in the hallway on a stretcher next to 19 other people. Like, I thought I was in like a MASH war zone tent. And I'm for like 6 hours before anyone came to talk to me. They didn't even check. I could have been dying. They didn't even check my blood. I'm like, am I in like some third world country? No, I'm on Madison Avenue in New York City at Mount Sinai. It was crazy. But the point is, when I got my imagery scans, and that was at a private center right near Columbus Circle, I said to the tech, hey, what do you see? Well, you're not supposed to tell you. The radiologist, I said, come on, man. You've been doing this long enough. What do you see? And I didn't take much. I poked him a couple times. Oh, you do this all day. What do you see? Okay, I see 2 stones in your left. I see 1 stone in your right, about 3 millimeters.
Right.
I'm like, dude. So you can break them down.
Exactly. And instead of having to wait.
Right. Instead of having to wait for the radiologist or whoever to read the scan and this and that, you got to wait 24, 36 hours. So you just badger them a little bit. Come on, man. You can tell me. Come on. You do this all day long. What do you see? And that guy broke easy. He's like, all right, you got 2 3 millimeter stones in your left kidney. You got 1 in the right. I'm like, dude, why don't you take a couple of classes, become a radiologist, and
make more money
and schmuck-tuple your money, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So you.
Well, your technique is obviously to badger the tech.
No, but friendly.
Friendly badger. So mine is pretty much the same thing.
Now, you went for a mammogram yesterday.
Yes, I did. So I'll back up to a year and a half ago when I went for a mammogram, and I did what I always do, and it's just a casual...
Mammogram for Roxanne. Mammogram for Roxanne.
Yep.
What am I doing? Come on. Anyone?
I know, but it's so... I don't want
to... Is it obscure?
Well, no, not if you're a boy who grew up in the 70s. Candygram for Mongo.
Exactly. Yeah.
What is it?
Candy from Blazing Saddles.
I didn't see that movie.
When that thing was out, I was like 9 or 10 years old. I put that. We had a Sony Betamax, an SL 5800, right? We had an old Sony Beta, and we had that Blazing Saddles on the old Sony Betamax. I think I broke the tape. I watched that movie so many damn times. Candygram for Mongo. All right, so mammogram for Roxanne.
So a year and a half ago when I got mine done, I was a little late this time, and the tech who did it.
Yep. Did you wait in the lobby? And then when they came in the lobby, they say, where are all the white women at?
What movie is that?
That's Blazing
Blazing
Saddles. That's
See, I'm not getting any of this because I haven't seen it.
All right, so,
Roxanne gets up and goes in.
all right, so go ahead.
So last year, I asked the tech when we were done, I said in just a cheerful, regular voice, how'd everything look? And she just it was just a nanosecond of a facial expression. And she was like, well, your doctor's going to have to talk to you about it. That was it. And I knew right then that I had something. So sure enough, I texted my doctor and asked him. And so I had to go back and do, so that just a regular mammogram, and they do it differently. My doctor orders it differently.
But you
for
have implants.
Right.
So you have breast implants that you got when you were 14 years old.
Yes, 14 years old. Yes.
No.
You were just 18, right?
Barely 18.
You were
18 in like 2 days.
Pretty much. So
Good for you.
they have to do it differently when you have implants. They have to pinch them and do it.
Ow.
They have to pull the implant back and then get the breast tissue. And then they have to do the regular way. So they have to do it a couple different angles. So last year when I got it done, there was a little spot or something. And then I had to go get an ultrasound. And the ultrasound takes a better look. And it ended up being nothing. I can't even remember what it was, but it was fine.
It was a Skittle.
It was a Skittle. I had jammed it in there.
Lime flavored.
Actually, my kid was breastfeeding, and she was eating Skittles while she was breastfeeding and spit it back into my boob.
No,
Yeah.
it would be more like the surgeon that put your implants in when you were 18 was eating Skittles. Listen, it was like the Seinfeld episode with those snow caps or jujubes. What did Kramer drop into the gallon? Oh, Junior Mint.
Junior Mint.
It was a Junior
They're so
Mint.
refreshing.
Exactly. So everything's cool?
Yeah, so this time I asked the question like I normally do, and I could tell by her reaction that everything was fine. So I will get my report from my doctor, but you can always tell. Just ask the question. And I'm getting a text right now, and someone's saying if sonographer, x-ray tech, or ultrasound tech tells you what they see, that can be considered diagnosis, which only doctors can do. Radiologists are doctors that techs aren't. And if they're wrong, they can be sued. But I'm not asking to sue anyone. I'm just asking so I can go to sleep at night and not be in a panic waiting for my results.
You want some instant relief.
Yes.
Speaking of medicine, and we'll give away some tickets here in just a matter of moments. Stand by to push that redial button or whatever the hell you're going to push on your phone. The ticket window is going to open very, very short. Well, the window's technically open. I'm going to tell you when to call in a matter of minutes. Speaking of medical stuff, Fester, who sent you the text? And then you sent me a screenshot of the text. A listener, did they text your private cell phone number, Fester?
If I told you, MJ, I get about 300 texts a day.
Oh, my God.
Here, I have a number.
All because Froggy gave out Fester's cell number a long time ago. And
It's been about 2 years consistently giving it out on the air.
Yeah, don't do it right now.
I won't. 813-310-8444.
It's
I won't.
okay. I don't care. I mean,
He literally doesn't care.
the
It
cell
makes-
phone's for communication. I mean, if I didn't have this job, I wouldn't even carry a cell phone.
all the opportunities he's got from having that number out there.
What was the listener's name?
I don't know. I'm texting her now.
Look it up. So the listener sends Fester a text getting through back-to-back MRIs this morning. That hour flew by. Did Roxanne really write on your face? Yes, she did yesterday. Needless to say, that set of images had to be redone as I laughed out loud. So wait a minute. This woman was in the MRI tube. She's listening to us. So Fester writes back, you were listening while in the MRI? And she said, absolutely, my request. So listen, when you get an MRI, if you got a long MRI and that thing's going...
Oh, it takes forever.
Making all those little clicking and hatching noises. If you're in there for a while, they have little, non-metallic headphones, or they can play
music.
I think I've seen headphones in the past, but they can play music in there, and they can play the radio, or I guess stream something. So this woman, what a great idea. She listened to the MJ Morning Show while getting her MRI. However, she was laughing, and she was moving during her MRI.
All right, her name is Crystal. She's listening right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do I get a hold of Crystal? Dude, you can. I'm watching you like.
I dial a number, and then it says I have to dial a 1?
Yeah,
what is this?
So you dial a
Guam?
1.
Where we got dial a 1?
Hang on a minute.
Like olden days. What else is a dial a 1?
57 sunflower.
See, it's this whole phone system's.
No. She might be trying to call us right now. Hang on a minute. Hey, Crystal, we're trying to call you. Hang on a minute. All right, so I'm calling Crystal right now, and Crystal.
I want to know what her MRI was for.
Exactly.
Make sure she's okay.
And then, hey, here she is.
It is not necessary to dial a 1.
Dude, so why you tell me to dial a 1 if it's not necessary to dial a 1?
I was on line 5 and it told me to dial a 1. This whole thing's screwed up.
All right, I'm calling you back without an additional 1.
I haven't heard that message in decades.
You tell me to dial a 1.
On line 5 is a 1. Crystal!
Dude, it probably told you it was not
Shut up, it's
necessary.
Crystal.
I realize.
Hey, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal. Crystal, you're on the air. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, well, we had such a time trying to get a hold of you. Dial a 1.
You had a time.
So did you.
Because
Why
you
are
told
we
me.
yelling?
Can we talk about Crystal's MRI,
You
please?
told me to dial a 1.
I'm telling you what it told. Jesus Christ. Hi, Crystal. How are you?
Hi, Crystal. Nothing wrong in this room.
How are you?
Hi, Crystal. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
So I showed MJ the text that you sent me yesterday, and we thought it was awesome.
Well, she's obviously listening right now, so she knows the whole story.
I quit.
So, hey, Crystal, you laughed too much and you ruined the image. They had to redo it?
Yeah, because they were trying to get one of my shoulder, and I guess it was too close. She said, "Stay still, don't swallow, don't do this," and I just started laughing. So it was completely blurry, and they had to redo it.
That's hysterical. Well, actually, not hysterical. I mean, you had to stay in the tube longer.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard that. Listening to the MJ Morning Show while getting an MRI, and the image was ruined because you were moving too much because you were laughing.
Correct.
That is hysterical.
I'm number 1 in MRI machines.
Anyway, Crystal, what do you do for a living?
I do billing for Baycare.
Oh, well, maybe you
Nice.
can adjust my wife's bill.
Hey, I'll get right on that.
Yeah. Wife's just got a really high bill from Baycare. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Crystal, what did you do to your shoulder?
Oh, nothing. It's just been painful, so they're trying to figure it out. Nothing major.
Okay, that's
Y'all
good.
got me through it, so.
All right.
Good.
Well, listen, we highly appreciate you listening, okay?
All right. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Crystal, have a great day. Great story. All right, let us do the tickets right now because I said between 9 and 9:15. It is now 9:14. Let's go. We'll do caller 25. Caller 25 right now, 800-990-1047. Pick your ticket. We've got Duran Duran, Madonna, or Kenny Loggins. You call up, be caller 25, and you get to pick your ticket right now. On the MJ Morning Show, the ticket window is officially open, and now I've just lifted up the shade, and it's time to go. You know the old shade?
That's a lot of window references.
It is.
You're taking this window thing very seriously.
And guess what? By the way, I had to have my ticket window replaced recently. Guess who replaced the ticket window for me?
Weather-tight Mike?
Weather-tight Mike.
Yeah, that's right.
Weather-tight windows replaced my ticket window because it was kind of falling apart. I wanted a good energy-efficient ticket window. I wanted to save money on my heating and air conditioning.
What kind of cookies did you bring?
And I brought some chocolate chip cookies
That's right.
for Weather-tight Mike. All right, so Andrew's going to try to get us caller number 25 in the next matter of moments here. So stand by. Hey, Joe Exotic. We played a little Joe Exotic at the very end of yesterday's show, and I don't want to give him short shrift. Yeah, what?
Well, it was because at the very last second of the show, Froggy talks about his celebrity sighting over the weekend.
Yeah, I saw Carol Baskin.
Like the last 2 seconds of the show. Oh, by the way, guys, I
forgot.
And where were you?
I was in West Chase fishing with my kid. And she rode bike on a bicycle with some other lady. She was like riding a beach cruiser.
She does. So Carol Baskin from the Tiger King. If I ever ran into Carol Baskin, I would badger her about what happened to the husband.
No, would you really?
Yes.
Of course you would.
I'm sure she never gets that.
It is my opinion that she knows exactly what happened. Was it Don?
Yeah, Don.
Yeah, but she rides that trail. You know the little bike trail next to the Veterans Expressway?
Yeah.
I've heard that, numerous people have spotted her riding the bike. So, hang on. Let me grab caller 25, and then we'll pick it up. So, from the Tiger King, Froggy spots Carol Baskin over the weekend. And now Joe Exotic is doing prison telephone interviews because he's running for president, as we told you a couple of weeks back.
She has my vote so far.
So hang on a minute. Let me grab 25. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Hey, it's James. How are you?
James, I'm doing well. My name is MJ. I got Roxanne, Fester, Froggy here. This is the MJ Morning Show. James, why are you calling us right now?
I think my daughter wants me to come see her show.
Well, I think I know what you're going to pick. Hey, you're number 25, so you do get to pick your ticket. Duran Duran, June 17th at Amalie. Madonna, September 7th at Amalie. Kenny Loggins, September 16th at the Sound in Clearwater. I'm guessing you're going to pick
Madonna.
You got it.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you got Madonna tickets. You get to pick your ticket. You just did. And, James, what do you do for a living?
I'm retired.
Oh, wow. And what did you do for a living?
Phone company.
You work
Verizon.
for, I guess you started with GTE, though, right?
Yes, I did.
I still have
GTE, Verizon, Frontier.
Yeah. So you work for GTE, then Verizon, then Frontier.
Yes, sir. I sure did.
Wow. Anyway, congratulations. Where are you calling from?
Tampa.
Awesome. All right. Hold on a minute, buddy, and then Andrew will pick up and we'll give you your Madonna tickets for September, okay?
Thank you kindly, MJ. I appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to the program. I highly appreciate it.
Thank you, my friend. God bless.
You bet. All right.
God
Andrew,
bless you, sir.
He is on line 5. Andrew's already got it. All right. Back over to Joe Exotic.
Candidate Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
Joe
Future
Exotic,
president.
now running for president of the United States, and he just did an interview from prison.
This call is from a federal prison. This call is from Joe.
All right, so Joe, some of your critics have said this is just a big joke. What do you say to that?
Okay, well, first of all, it's my constitutional right to do this. It doesn't matter what people think. This ain't a joke. Things have to be changed in our country, in our political system, in our justice department, our prison system. Somebody's got to start asking some real questions for the people that work their butts off in this country to pay the bill for these politicians to just keep handing this money away.
So I know this came up with Trump, but if you're president, sorry, I'm choking over here. If you're president, can you pardon yourself?
Good question.
Yeah, Joe, hey, type that into Google.
Yeah, you can.
Type that in Google. I don't know if you can. I don't think maybe Joe Exotic wants to become president because he wants to pardon himself to get him out of federal prison. He's in for 20-something years for murder for hire for trying to take out Carol Baskin, who Froggy just saw riding her bike.
And Froggy is right again with government law. Yes, the president can pardon himself.
That's right.
That's why Joe Exotic wants to be president.
Joe, the chair of the Libertarian Party slammed your campaign and said, quote, "We are not a landing pad for the former reality stars." What is your response to the Libertarian Party?
You know what? Angela can say all she wants. I know how the political system works. When I ran for governor in Oklahoma as a Libertarian.
Blah, 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 blah. So what a great connection from the prison phone. What do you think?
I mean, actually, I was really surprised about how good it was.
What would you do differently if you were the president?
First of all, we have to quit policing the rest of the world, okay? And we have to quit funding everybody else's culture. It's not the working people of America's problem to take care of the rest of the world.
Anyway.
Oh, man,
Joe
he
Exotic,
sounds like hell.
He does. Doesn't he have... Does he have
cancer?
Prostate cancer or pancreatic cancer or something? I believe that he's pretty sick with cancer in prison, if I'm not mistaken.
So in May of 21, he was diagnosed with prostate
cancer. All right. Prostate cancer is much more curable than pancreatic cancer, obviously.
Yeah, if he had pancreatic cancer, he wouldn't be running for president.
No.
What else did Joe say, by any chance? Did he also offer this up, by any chance?
Ladies and gentlemen, before you hear it on the news, I'm going to tell you myself. About an hour ago, we had an incident where one of the employees stuck their arm through the cage and a tiger tore her arm off.
Oh.
I can give you your money back, or I can give you a rain check. Why don't you come back at another date?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
So
I'm never going to financially recover from this.
from about a month ago, February 24th of this year, he was diagnosed with bladder cancer and he refuses treatment.
Oh my God! So
he's got all kinds of stuff going on.
Prostate cancer, bladder cancer,
and a future president.
And now he's running for president from a federal lockup in what, like Alabama or something?
I saw a video of him online of his old online YouTube show where he was so mad at his employees. He goes, "I'm so sick of you guys. Look this is what is coming out of me. Look in my toilet." And he had a picture of his toilet and he made all of his employees look at it. And he goes, "This is how sick I am. You see this and I got to put up with you."
Are you serious? He's showing stuff in his toilet?
That's disgusting.
Oh my God.
He's just a nut job.
Animal.
Guy's got a screw loose.
He's like, "This is what's coming out of me today."
They all have screw loose. Screws loose.
Crazy.
All right. Hey, speaking of Netflix, this is flying all around. They're allegedly, is this a big deal or not? There's some kind of Netflix hack.
Secret codes.
To type in secret codes and get a whole list of secret movies on Netflix. Hold on to that thought. Yeah, there's a.
It's awesome.
I've got the story right here. Hang on to that thought. If you have Netflix, apparently there's an easy way to access a secret menu and get all kinds of like movies that you typically might not have access to. All right, hold on. We'll talk about this next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. First, though. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And if you're looking for the best thing to happen on the air this morning, if you're looking for the absolute best quality, just the most entertaining portion of your morning, it's happening within the next 15, 16 minutes or so. In the middle of the next commercial break, there's going to be an EAS test. So that's coming up in just a bit. So
why does it always seem these tests are like right after our show?
So we have one of those EAS tests coming up here on at the very end of the show, and it's guaranteed to be the most entertaining portion of the program with those little tones making all the squeaky noises and everything. All right. Or, hey, maybe Bobby Bones can play it over the air. All right, 9:34 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And I mentioned Netflix. Let's get into that here in a second. But also, there is another local story that I've heard from half a dozen people around the country. Hey, you know this guy? You know any of those people? What the hell's going on in your hometown again? A ton of people that I know around the country, whenever something happens, like here in the Tampa Bay area or here in Florida, they always reach out to me.
Yeah, they think you know them personally.
They think I know all the people associated with the whacked out, completely nutso Florida stories. And we have another whacked out nutso story locally. And I'm just curious to see if you know which story I'm talking about. We'll get to that in a minute. First, though, are you still angry at me, Roxanne?
No, I got over that. That's the nice thing about you guys is I'm able to express myself, and then that helps me get over things.
Because I don't even know what I was like an ancillary bystander, and I got
you were the cause.
I got sucked into the Fester orbit. He pulled me in.
Usually Fester is in his own orbit, but he did suck you in, so I guess that would make you Jupiter Fester. Right?
The fattest of the planets? Is that what you're calling me?
Doesn't it have a really strong gravitational pull?
I mean, as far as planets go, I guess so. I mean,
Yes.
would my skin tags be moons? Is that what you're... Roxanne, this isn't going anywhere with us.
Netflix apparently has a secret menu. Have we tried this out? I saw the story, I guess, late last night, and I didn't have a chance to test it out.
How do you not test it out?
I didn't because it was late. I wanted to get to bed. I was yawning, and I'll test it out when I get home. However, there allegedly is a Netflix secret menu, and
We could do it right now if someone wants to do their password.
I have Netflix on my phone right now.
It doesn't work on the mobile app. It doesn't work on the mobile app.
It doesn't work on mobile. Okay.
All right.
I was about to say, I don't even know my Netflix password.
You can do it from any desktop. You just go to netflix.com, do a little code, and then...
What's the code?
Can you do it on your...
Okay, what's the menu?
No, because I don't know my passcode.
Yeah, I don't know my passcode either.
What is wrong? How do you not...
My wife set all that up.
You know, I'm amazed. I had a conversation with Fester and with Roxanne previously.
Oh, here we go.
Previously on the MJ Morning Show. And I can't believe...
We don't have that password saver app like you do. Is that what you're going to tell us?
How do you not have a password keeper? I have hundreds of passwords for so many damn things. I use an end-to-end, highly encrypted password keeper. People ask me which one I use. I use one called Keeper.
That's his password, too.
It's called, my password is
slick.
So I use an end-to-end encrypted password keeper called Keeper. But I was shocked. A couple of months back, I was speaking to the crew here, and I think we talked about this on the air as well, that I was shocked to find out, I had no idea, that Roxanne and Fester, they don't have a password keeper.
It's all up here.
Oh, come on.
I
Give me
have
a break.
every password I know. It's all the same one.
Well, because that's and you shouldn't do that. That's like...
It's a very difficult one to guess.
That is, but it's 101. You don't have the same password for everything.
Duh.
Dudes. All right. And dudettes. So apparently Netflix has a secret menu and there's a way to access it. And you will have access, they say, to have hundreds of hidden genre movies available
tucked away
to you.
Mm-hmm.
Hidden genre?
Why are they hidden, though?
Hundreds of hidden genres on Netflix and hidden titles. And
oh, this is stuff that was offered in the company's early days.
The
So if you like
secret
old
menus
stuff.
can be accessed using a code that corresponds to a subgenre such as deep sea horror. How many deep sea
Jaws.
horror movies are there? Maybe Jaws and some giant octopus tentacle.
Yeah.
irreverent TV comedies, 90-minute movies. There are 2 ways to access the secret menu on Netflix. If you're using a computer, open your browser, type netflix.com/browse/genre/ at the start of the URL, and then end it with the code representing the genre that you want to browse. And the browser codes are as follows. Action comedies, 43040. Action sci-fi and fantasy, 1568. Action thrillers, 43048. Adult animation, 11881.
Oh, so you actually type that in?
Yes.
Yeah. You type in that URL, the Netflix, what did I say? You type in netflix.com/browse/genre/ and then
the genre.
Then you put the code in.
Is there porn on there or anything?
Netflix doesn't have porn.
I've seen stuff pretty close.
Camping movies, Canadian movies, crime TV movies.
Oh, Canadian movies,
I mean,
no thanks.
There's A through Z on. Well, dude, Uncle Buck.
As an American, he was funny.
Okay.
It's an American movie.
Summer Rental.
Ugh.
Movies for ages 0 to 2. Who the hell is showing their kid a movie at age 0?
Well, that's like Baby Einstein.
Movies for ages 8 to 10. Mysteries, musicals. Literally, it's A to Z. Screwball comedies, tearjerkers, teen comedies. So they have all these hidden genres.
Very specific.
They're very specific.
Very specific.
What do you think Z is? What do you think is offered up for Z category movies?
Zoo.
You know, that would be a guess of mine, but no, there's a hot genre, man.
Zebra documentary.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, zebra.
Zombies.
Yes, of course. Yeah,
Zombies with zebras.
There's a whole...
Zebra zombies.
So scary.
I'm so over zombies. I mean, come on.
Everybody is.
Well, Michelle and I, we started watching The Walking Dead. I think we watched like the first 3 or 4 seasons. And then it's like, I'm like, why am I watching this still? It's just the same crap over and over again. And we just abandoned it. We just walked away from the zombie show with Walking Dead.
Anybody who ever says they're waiting for the zombie apocalypse, I'm instantly no longer a friend with.
No.
Well, you know, I was at a gun store, right? And I look at a rifle, right? And the guy next to me is looking at a different rifle. He's like, yep, this will really come in handy during the zombie apocalypse. I gave back the gun. I go, you're an idiot. And I walked out.
Really?
I was over at the gun store on Fletcher, the big one, right? And he's like, this is a good zombie apocalypse. I'm like, what kind of moron are you?
Rip the zombie's face right off.
Zombie.
So,
let him bite you.
I gotta get this in before we get out of here. I gotta get this in.
More zombies?
All right, stop with the zombie stuff.
Hot zombie talk on the MJ Morning Show.
Stop.
All right, I'm sorry.
Another story has popped up where I received at least half a dozen in the last couple of days. Half dozen friends of mine from around the country. Hey, did you know these guys? Did you know either the one in jail or did you know the one that is missing? And I'm like,
dude, the plastic surgeon and the lawyer?
Yes.
I know several plastic surgeons, and as soon as I saw Pinellas County plastic surgeon, I clicked it and held my breath that it wasn't one of the ones that I know.
So I got a number of emails, texts, and what the hell's going on in your area? Do you know these guys? Because whenever a crazy story pops up, I always get friends, relatives, former coworkers. They're like, they think I know everyone involved in every crazy story that comes out of Florida. And the latest now is this plastic surgeon who was arrested over the weekend. I think it was Saturday. And he's been charged with murder of an attorney who worked at the law firm representing his former employer. Tomasz Kasowski, 44, is accused of first-degree murder in the death of Stephen Cozy, last seen at the office before being reported missing last week. And, of course, it's Largo. The Largo Police Department has all the details. Cozy's body has not been found.
Oh, man.
But I guess they're so sure that the plastic surgeon guy was absolutely responsible. So even without a body, and I feel so bad for the friends and family, the coworkers of this attorney, it's terrible. But Largo police, they obviously feel so comfortable in the suspect. They already charged him with murder, and there's no body yet. Now, Cozy, or Kazi, Cozzi, he was first reported missing back on March 21st. So about a week ago or so. Investigators searched his office, discovered his wallet, keys, phone, all left behind. They also found his vehicle at the address. And during the investigation, there was a strong chemical odor in the men's bathroom of the office. There were small drops of blood. Subsequent forensics investigation revealed a significant amount of blood in the same bathroom. Investigators said that a suspicious vehicle and person had been seen at the office, which led them to obtain a search warrant for Kasowski's home in Tarpon. And evidence there led to the arrest of the plastic surgeon. And Kazi worked for Blanchard Law, PA. I'm familiar with the firm. It's a Largo firm. They were representing the Laufer Institute of Plastic Surgery, where Kasowski worked as a breast reconstruction surgeon from 2016 to 2018. And Kasowski sued the clinic in 2019, alleging its insurance biller did not properly file insurance claims, lied to his patients. Lawsuit alleges that the woman's failure to properly file claims resulted in one of Kasowski's patients being denied operations to complete the breast reconstruction. This led to the patient to post negative reviews and hurt Kasowski's reputation. According to the lawsuit, that led to a drop in business.
Oh, man, what a story.
It's a crazy story, and this is nuts.
Did you see what they found in Kasowski's car?
I did.
They found masks, sedatives.
They found a taser?
Yeah. Brass knuckles.
They found duct tape.
This guy.
I mean, everything you need
whole
to
kit.
everything you need to kidnap people and make, it's crazy.
You could do that as like a gift basket for would-be kidnappers.
Yeah, you don't take that out of the car, Doc? I mean, come on.
This is absolutely insane. And no, to my friends around the country, I don't know either the missing attorney who's presumed dead, terrible story, nor this possible maniac, the doctor.
Your friends think because Michelle's an attorney that they're,
No.
that you know all
They
the-
think that I live in the Tampa Bay area, so I must know
So that you
all the
must know
people
everybody.
involved in the crazy stories, which is not the case. Hey, Frog, you want to hit us with another full segment story in the last 2 seconds of the show?
Oh, my God. Guess who I saw on the way into work today?
Yeah, who's that?
Tony Little.
You wish.
I do wish.
I haven't seen Tony Little in a long time.
I hope you're well, Tony.
Is he still in the Tampa Bay area, Tony Little?
Oh,
You can do it.
Yep.
I'm sure. Him and his ponytail.
Love him.
Anything else before we get out of here, guys?
No, that's
I'm working on a really big web post right now.
Really?
Whoa.
Well, I
Debut
hope
I
so.
posted one today. My least favorite Easter candies.
Yes. None of those
Ooh.
are bigger than MJ's top 10 steakhouses.
Oh, you know what? Hey, guys, we have 3 days to get to 1 million page views, or else we're fired.
You'll never believe what candies I really hate.
Folks, it's the last 3 days of the MJ Morning Show, because if we don't get 1 million page views in the first quarter, we're out.
Fired.
We're fired. It's going to be 12 songs in a row every hour on
the
Q105.
Rick and Ron morning show.
Yeah. Anything else before we get out of here? Oh, as promised, the most entertaining portion of the show is coming up in minutes.
Oh, no.
So, folks, in minutes, you're going to hear the weekly EAS test in the middle of the commercial set. So stand by, folks. I'm telling you right now,
Can't they run this during Gino's show?
the most entertaining portion of this show happens in minutes, and it's the EAS test. So coming
Riveting.
up in just a matter of moments. Folks, we'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. In the meantime, please go to mjmorningshow.com and click on every freaking story. Just click. Now, you want to be in a click? You can be in a click. Go to mjmorningshow.com right now and just click on every damn story. Thank you very much. Folks, we'll see you back here tomorrow, and let's be careful out there.
Download the app now.
Get the